Can we add emotion to AI? I can't understand this question properly, but you are talking about, I guess, sentiment analysis. So AI has a separate branch called sentiment analysis, which analyzes the emotions of whatever you are trying to say in a sentence. So I guess in that way we can add emotion to AI, but in we have not been successful till now to make AI as emotionally intelligent as humans are. So I will teach you in this masterclass how AI works in particular, and it is very different than we imagine. Like we imagine AI as human-like, and we think that okay, as humans have emotions, as humans have all these feelings, can AI also have feelings? But we have not reached that stage yet. We can only do certain things right now with AI that a human can do. And this adding emotion to AI will come in artificial general intelligence, which is a term that we use when AI will surpass human intelligence. So I believe that in the next 100 years or so, we will be able to give AI or give AI emotions, but that's not nowhere near that we have. Thank you, Ishak, for asking this question. Guys, if you participate like this, I guess I will be able to add more knowledge to you.
Yeah.
How can we make own chatbot without using other company API? Yes, this is what I'm going to teach in this classroom. Not specifically like the hardcore programming part of it, but you will understand how a chatbot works and how to make one. Of course, you need a lot of resources like GPUs and a lot of money for that. We will see in this masterclass how we can make our own chatbot.
Yeah, the YouTube is live now. We welcome all the
Okay.
students on YouTube as well. I think you can start
Okay.
the session now. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you. All right. So please keep asking questions, and I will be able to answer your questions after we will do a hands-on activity, or before that, whenever I get time. But in the middle of the of my session, I will not be able to answer your questions. So please bear with me at that time. I will ask you to participate as much, and I will request you to give me answers when I'm asking the question. All right, so let's start our class, and I'm really, really excited with all of you here. And today we are going to talk about generative AI. This is what the topic of our masterclass is, right? And generative AI has like two terms. One is generative, which is nothing like creating new content. What content will we create? Audio, code, image, text, and video. And the second part of this word is AI, which means artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is nothing but a very fancy term to say or to tell about a computer program which does things what humans can. Okay. So generative AI in particular means हम क्या जनरेट कर रहे हैं? हम ऑडियो, कोड, इमेज, टेक्स्ट और वीडियो जनरेट कर रहे हैं. कैसे जनरेट कर रहे हैं? एक कंप्यूटर प्रोग्राम से. बट कंप्यूटर प्रोग्राम को हम स्पेसिफिकली प्रोग्राम नहीं कर रहे हैं. हम कंप्यूटर प्रोग्राम से वो ऑटोमेटिकली जनरेट करवा रहे हैं, राइट? और वो कैसे जनरेट करवाएंगे वो हम इस मास्टर क्लास में सीखेंगे. ऑलराइट, तो हम शुरू करते हैं. पहले हम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को टच करते हैं. ओके, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस क्या है? आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इज द साइंस ऑफ मेकिंग मशीन्स दैट कैन थिंक लाइक ह्यूमंस. ओके, सो वी आर मेकिंग मशीन्स जो ह्यूमंस की तरह सोच सके एंड डू थिंग्स दैट ह्यूमन कैन डू. तो बहुत फैंसी टर्म लगता है आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, उतना फैंसी है नहीं. सिंपल सिंपल लैंग्वेज में अगर हम बोलें तो बोलें कि एक प्रोग्राम या एक मशीन वो काम कर सकती है जो ह्यूमन कर सकते हैं, या उससे बेहतर या फिर उसके बराबर. वही आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस मशीन. ऑलराइट, तो हम कैसे बनाते हैं आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस मशीन, राइट? सो साइंटिस्ट ने पहले ह्यूमन ब्रेन को स्टडी किया. दे स्टडीड द ह्यूमन ब्रेन और उसमें उनको पता चला कि देयर आर स्ट्रक्चर्स और इन ह्यूमन ब्रेन जिसको बोलते हैं न्यूरॉन्स. सो न्यूरॉन्स हैव डेंड्राइट्स, दे हैव एक्सॉन टर्मिनल, जैसे यहाँ पे दिखा रहा है. तो ये न्यूरॉन्स बहुत सारे मिलियंस एंड बिलियंस ऑफ न्यूरॉन्स दे ऐड टुगेदर एंड दे मेक अ ह्यूमन ब्रेन. ऑलराइट, और इन न्यूरॉन्स का काम क्या होता है? इंफॉर्मेशन पास करना. तो डेंड्राइट्स को कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन, कोई भी इनपुट सिग्नल, जैसे हमारी आईज है, हमारे ईयर्स हैं, हमारा माउथ है, तो कोई भी इनपुट सिग्नल इसको मिलेगा, वो डेंड्राइट से इनपुट सिग्नल लेगा, एक्सॉन से पास करेगा किसी और न्यूरॉन। सो इस तरह से एक चेन ऑफ न्यूरॉन्स में सारी इंफॉर्मेशन पास होती है। न्यूरॉन्स उस सारी इंफॉर्मेशन को प्रोसेस करते हैं और हमारा ब्रेन जो है उन इंफॉर्मेशन को प्रोसेस करने के बाद एक आउटपुट देता है। वो कोई भी रिस्पॉन्स हो सकता है, वो हमारी स्पीच हो सकती है, वो हमारी साइट हो सकती है, वो हमारे हैंड्स हो सकते हैं, मूवमेंट हो सकता है, वो कोई भी रिस्पॉन्स हो सकता है, राइट। नाउ हम ह्यूमन ब्रेन को स्टडी कर रहे हैं बिकॉज हमको एक ऐसी मशीन बनानी है जो ह्यूमंस के बराबर काम कर सके, राइट। सो वील हैव टू फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड हाउ ह्यूमंस वर्क नाउ। So on the basis of what structure we saw in human brain, we designed the mechanical structures or the electronic structures known as the neural networks. Okay. So similarly, machines में हमने जैसे human brain में neural network होता है, वैसे machines में we made neural networks. Okay, we are not going to go very deep into neural networks today because that's kind of like very big topic. But we are not going to cover the whole network, but we are going to learn a basic about what neural network is. So neural network has three layers. One is input layer, just like we have our eyes, our mouth, our nose. So it has an input layer which takes an input, and it can take input in any way. It can take input as text, it can take input as image, or it can take input as audio, right? In neural network, there is a middle layer which is called the hidden layer, which we don't know how it looks like or how it functions. And there is an output layer. So in hidden layer, all the processing happens. Okay, the input layer gives the input to hidden layer, and hidden layer is kind of like the brain of neural networks, and here all the processes happen. And then there is output layer, which will give us the output. Okay, we will explore neural networks. This is kind of like a toy neural network, which has very less neurons and all. A neural network consists of a lots and lots of these nodes and these branches. Okay, so these circles that you see here, they are called nodes. I will just turn on my pen. Okay, so these circles are called nodes, and these lines are called branches. So nodes are nothing, but they are kind of like data points. Okay, in data points, they store information between 0 and 1. Okay, and a combination of all these nodes and these branches make a whole neural network that functions just like human brain functions. All right, so to understand artificial intelligence and generative AI, we will have to first understand the difference between generative AI and discriminative AI. और मैं ये क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, क्योंकि अभी तक जो भी हम AI यूज करते आ रहे हैं वो हम डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव AI यूज करते आ रहे हैं। तो डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव AI जैसे ऑब्जेक्ट डिटेक्शन हो गया, या फिर वेदर प्रिडिक्शन हो गया, या फिर कोई भी ऐसा क्लासिफिकेशन टाइप की एक बहुत बड़ा डेटा पार्ट है, उसमें से हम पैटर्न्स ढूंढ के क्लासिफाई कर रहे हैं। सो अभी तक हम जो भी एआई यूज करते आ रहे थे वो डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव एआई था मोस्टली। ओके, I will request you to please keep your mics off so that it doesn't disturb in the class. Okay, so those who have their mics on, please keep it off. Yes. Okay. जो भी हम एआई यूज करते आ रहे हैं वो डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव एआई था। सो वी विल लर्न अबाउट कि क्या डिफरेंस है जनरेटिव एआई में और डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव एआई में। ओके, सो यहाँ पे जैसे जनरेटिव एआई में मैं एक टेक्स्ट दूंगा एज इनपुट, लाइक ड्रॉ अ कैट, और वो मुझे एक नई कैट की इमेज जनरेट करके देगा। ओके, whereas in discriminative AI मैं एज अ इनपुट उसको इमेज कैट की दे रहा हूं। ओके, एंड इट विल टेल मी व्हाट दिस इमेज looks or what this image is of, like if it is a cat, in this case 80% cat, and it can also say that it is a tiger because my system is not perfect, like neural networks are not perfect, they only predict on the base of whatever kind of like patterns that they see. So they see that cat and tiger has similar patterns. So it gives a prediction that, okay, this might be a 80% of a cat and 10% of a tiger. So let's see how it works. Okay, I'll just switch my pen off to. Okay. So this is a neural network that you saw in our previous slides. Okay. So what we will do is we will do give a cat input to this neural network. Okay. An image of a cat. We are talking about discriminative AI. जहाँ पे discriminative AI क्या कर रहा है? इस cat को classify कर रहा है. इस image को classify कर रहा है कि वो या तो cat है या फिर dog है. Okay. So what will happen is this image will go in the input layer of the this AI, okay, and then a processing will happen in the middle layer, and it will give me an output. Either this cat is if this image is a cat or a dog. Now we humans can understand, right? कि ये cat ही है, क्योंकि हमने cat के features देखे हैं और हम समझते हैं कि cat किस तरह से दिखती है. But how does the AI get trained? So what happens? So this neural network will train this neural network with lots and lots of cat images. Okay. So when I give this neural network a lots and lots of cat images, some nodes, you can see these red kind of nodes here. Okay. So some nodes get fired or they get activated by looking at some of the features of the cat. So suppose this neuron gets fired by cat's eyes. This neuron gets fired by cat's ears, and this by patterns of a cat, or this by whiskers. Okay, just an example. And then they add together, and then they extract more patterns of a cat, like tail of a cat, or some other feature of a cat, or how a cat sits. And all of these images. So this is not a single image. There are lots and lots of images. So with these lots and lots of images, this neural network kind of like predicts that the final output of this discriminative process is cat. Okay, I classify this all these images as cat. अभी हम सिर्फ ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हैं. Okay. Now, similarly, I will also train the neural network with lots and lots of dog images. Okay, and certain other neurons get fired when they see dog images. Okay, and with all these neurons firing, it will classify all these dog images as dog. Okay. Now, when I train this neural network, what will happen is if I show any cat image to this neural network, all the nodes that fired when I train this neural network with lots and lots of cat images will fire again, and then it will give me an output that this is a cat. Okay, so this is a case of discriminative AI, जहाँ पे हम इमेज को इनपुट दे रहे हैं और एआई को बोल रहे हैं कि मुझे बताओ कि ये किस क्लासिफिकेशन में आता है, क्या ये कैट है क्या ये डॉग. ओके, ये डिस्क्रिमिनेटिव एआई था. जनरेटिव एआई में क्या होगा? आई विल गिव अ टेक्स्ट इनपुट टू एआई, और वो टेक्स्ट इनपुट को हम बोलते हैं प्रॉम्प्ट. ओके, दैट प्रॉम्प्ट आई विल गिव, एंड इन दिस एग्जांपल आई हैव गिवन अ प्रॉम्प्ट, draw an image of a cat, and the AI will generate me a very, very new image that I have not seen anywhere of a cat. And how it will generate is it will take in lots and lots of information of cat which it has been trained in, and then gives an output of a cat to me. Okay, we will learn how AI generates images in this masterclass later on. First we will learn about text generation. Okay, so if we are clear about generative AI versus discriminative AI, we can move ahead. Okay. So generative AI, where we have seen it earlier. Okay. We are talking about generative AI, and we say that हमने अभी तक discriminative AI ही देखा है, but no, generative AI also has been with us for quite a time now. So in 2006, that's 17 years back, uh, Google launched Google Translate. Okay, how many of you have used Google Translate? Please raise a hand if you have used Google Translate. Okay, I see a lot of people raising hand. Okay, just remember that if you participate, you learn more. Okay, so if you have used Google Translate, this is a classic example of generative AI. Okay, so what it does, it generates input. It takes an input as one language. In this case, I have used English as the language, and it takes the input in one language and it generates output in another language. Okay, remember the word is generation. Okay, so this is a classic example which you would have seen in advertisements of mutual fund. and it says mutual fund investment are subject to market risk, read all scheme related documents carefully, और उसी को उन्होंने हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट कर लिया और उन्होंने वो चेंज भी नहीं किया। ओके, भले ही वो सेंस बनाता है कि नहीं बनाता है। म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है, योजना से संबंधित सवाल दस्तावेज को ध्यान से पढ़ें। ओके, तो गूगल ट्रांसलेट ने क्या किया कि टेक इनपुट इन वन लैंग्वेज और उसको उसने जनरेट किया ट्रांसलेशन अनदर लैंग्वेज। और कहाँ हमने जनरेटिव एआई देखा है इससे पहले? You must have used devices like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, right? So जिसके पास एंड्रॉइड फोन है उसने गूगल असिस्टेंट यूज किया होगा, जिसके पास आईफोन है उसने सीरी यूज किया होगा, और जिसके पास एलेक्सा है उसने एलेक्सा यूज किया होगा, राइट? सो what we give to these devices as input is the audio. We will say, "Hey Siri, set me an alarm for 6:30." Okay, my wife does it every night. Okay, so whenever she is sleeping, so she is always asking, "Hey Siri, set me an alarm for 6:30." And Siri talks back. Okay, it generates an output in audio that talks to you back, and it says, "Your alarm has been set for 6:30." Okay, ऑल्सो इसके साथ वो आपके अलार्म को सेट भी कर देता है, वो आपका टास्क भी करता है। ओके, सो वो इनपुट ऑडियो में ले रहा है, आप उसको बोल रहे हो कि हे सीरी मेरे लिए अलार्म लगाओ 6:30, और वो आपके आउटपुट ऑडियो में दे रहा है जनरेट करके, बोल रहा है कि हम आपका अलार्म सेट हो गया 6:30, और उसके साथ साथ वो आपको टास्क भी जनरेट करके, right? So task also is getting generated in this. So this is also an example of generative AI, and it came in 2016. I guess Siri came in 2016. So 8 years or 9 years back. And also we have seen whenever we use Google, so Google wants to act smart. Okay, if I type in Google, I want to, so Google will give me suggestions. I want to play games, I want to break free, I want to learn, I want to sell my phone. So Google tries to complete my sentences, so it is generating text to complete my sentences. Okay, and Google Translate, I think these auto completion, they started coming around 1990s, so that's very way back, but they became popular when smartphone came in market. Okay, like so you see in your smartphones also, whenever you type please send me an, so it tries to complete your sentence, it tries to email updated, so basically it says कि आप कहना like आप ये कहना चाहते हो, so it completes your sentence. So this is also a case of generative AI where Google search or your smartphone's text box, it is generating text, learning upon what you want to say, and generating the auto completion of your text. Okay, those who are raising hands, they can write their questions on the chat, and I will answer your questions, all the relevant questions when we will like have our hands on it. Okay. सो जनरेटिव एआई इज नॉट न्यू। मैं इन तीनों स्लाइड से यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि लाइक हम 1990s से जनरेटिव एआई यूज कर रहे हैं, तो अभी क्यों इतना पॉपुलर है, लाइक अभी हम क्यों इसके बारे में सोच रहे हैं, क्योंकि इसके बारे में मार्केट बहुत हो रहा है, और हमने ऐसी डिवाइसेस बना ली हैं जिससे जनरेटिव एआई हम इजिली एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। लाइक 1953 में जो कंप्यूटर या जो हार्ड ड्राइव होती थी वो कुछ 455 केजीज की होती थी, और अभी जो हम हार्ड ड्राइव यूज कर रहे हैं वो सिर्फ 5 ग्राम, लाइक 0.5 ग्राम्स की भी नहीं, राइट, जो हम SD कार्ड्स या फिर इस तरह की डिवाइसेस यूज करते हैं। सो टेक्नोलॉजी हैज चेंज्ड अ लॉट, एंड अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैव बीन एक्सेसिबल इजीली these days as compared to the past days. So generative AI now has a lots of different tools. You would have heard about ChatGPT, which is the most popular. 2023 में लॉन्च हुआ, और चैट जीपीटी ने क्लेम किया कि वो ह्यूमन बींग्स को भी बीट कर सकता है किसी भी एग्जाम में, लाइक सैट में उन्होंने बोला कि सैट में एग्जाम में जो कि हार्डेस्ट एग्जाम इन अमेरिका है, ओपन एआई ने बोला चैट जीपीटी विल बीट ह्यूमंस। गूगल ने अपना बार्ड शुरू किया, जिसको उसने अभी रीनेम कर लिया है जेमिनाई में, तो वो भी एक जनरेटिव एआई टूल है। ये क्या करता है, टेक्स्ट जनरेट करता है। मिड जर्नी इज अ जनरेटिव एआई टूल व्हिच जनरेट्स इमेजेस। क्विलबॉट जो है वो पैराफ्रेज करके देता है। इट मींस दैट आपके पास कोई एक टेक्स्ट है जो आप अलग तरह से लिखना चाहते हैं, उसको एक लैंग्वेज में लिखा है, वो आपको पैराफ्रेज करके दूसरी लैंग्वेज, मतलब उसको ही थोड़ा बहुत चेंज करके आपको देगा। एंड मैनी मैनी मोर, लाइक ये चार तो सिर्फ पॉपुलर हैं दैट आई हैव टेकन फ्रॉम गूगल, बट टूल्स स्टार्ट हो गए हैं मार्केट में, और एक काइंड ऑफ लाइक रेस सी है अभी कि टूल्स के बीच में कि कौन सा टूल बेहतर है और कौन सा टूल ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर सकता है। ओके, हम इस मास्टर क्लास में बेसिकली ओपन एआई का चैट जीपीटी यूज करेंगे, गूगल का जेमिनाई यूज करेंगे, और गूगल का जेमिनाई में ही हम इमेज जनरेशन भी करेंगे। मैं चैट जीपीटी का डॉली इमेज जनरेशन के लिए यूज करूंगा, बट वो सारे लोगों को एक्सेस नहीं होगा क्योंकि वो पेड वर्जन है। ओके, मैं वो सिर्फ इसलिए यूज करना चाहता हूँ ताकि मैं दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि वो कैसे जेमिनाई से बेहतर इमेजेस जनरेट करता है, उसकी लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी जो हम इस मास्टर क्लास में समझेंगे उसके उसके थ्रू। ओके, ऑलराइट, तो हम बोल रहे हैं कि अभी जनरेटिव एआई चल रहा है एंड देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ एप्स जनरेटिव एआई हैज। सो व्हाट कैन इट डू? Okay, so generative AI can do things like text generation. Okay, text generation entirely from natural language. You will ask ChatGPT or Gemini to generate you an essay just by saying that, okay, write me an essay on, say, Independence Day. Okay, it will write you an essay. Resume, articles, blog posts, poems, stories, recipes, instructions, all these sophisticated tasks that take, like, if I write an essay, it takes me almost like 2 or 3 hours, but ChatGPT does it in just 5 seconds or 6 seconds, right? So text generation we can do with the help of generative AI. We can also do image generation like posters, images, paintings, logos, icons, and we will see how we can generate all these with the help of generative AI. You don't need to be a programmer or a code expert to generate code nowadays. You will ask ChatGPT or any other program to generate you a code in any language that you like. Suppose Java, Python, C, C++, HTML. So it will generate you a code and it will give that code to you that you can paste on your IDE and do any work. Audio generation also is happening. Like now, a generative AI can generate audio like instrumental music, sounds, background score, and a lot of other new kind of like song also. So also I saw a technology where it can generate song, one song on the voice of some other artist. So suppose Kumar Sanu का गाना है और उसको अरिजीत सिंह की आवाज में. So these kind of technologies are also emerging nowadays. Video generation is also happening, and Sora is the latest launched by ChatGPT or OpenAI, which can generate small clips. Right now, only small clips can be generated using text, but I hope in future we will be able to generate things like ads, films, and all. So generative AI has been with us for quite a long time, and now it has become very sophisticated that it can do all these difficult tasks also, and can certainly beat human intelligence in some areas, like essays, resumes. Like it takes a human a lot of effort and time, but these generative AI tools they do it in a very less time. Okay, so in our today's masterclass, what we are going to do, our on-hands activity is we are going to create a presentation using AI on sustainable energy. Okay, sustainable energy, like solar energy, wind energy, and tidal energy, and all these energy types that don't get depleted at some point. जैसे coal और petrol है वो एक दिन खत्म हो जाएगा, but all these energies uh, will be sustainable. So we are going to create a presentation using AI, and part one of this is text generation. So first we will generate text for our presentation, and we will also learn how this text is being generated by AI. उसके पीछे का tech क्या है, उसके पीछे की technique क्या है, we will also learn. Then we will learn how to create presentation from text. So जो हम text generate करेंगे उसको हम presentations में कैसे convert कर सकते हैं directly. We'll not have to like make use PowerPoint and then you do drag and drop of all this text. We will create a presentation using AI and we will do it in Google Slides itself. Okay. Then in part 3 we will learn about image generation क्योंकि हमने text तो generate कर दिया है, slides भी generate कर दिए हैं, हम उसको और enhance करेंगे by generating images that are relevant to our PowerPoint. Okay, and then we will use these images in the presentation and enhance our presentation. Okay, so a lot of on hands activity, and I am very excited to create a PowerPoint presentation with you. So uh, first part of it, let's start with the first part, is creating presentation using text generation. Okay, let's generate text for our presentation. तो उसकी दो मेथड हो सकती हैं. पहली मेथड है कि जनरेट प्रेजेंटेशन फॉर आर्टिकल और ऐसे. हम चैट जीपीटी या जेमिनाई, हम चैट जीपीटी और जेमिनाई दोनों ही यूज करने वाले हैं इसमें. और हम चैट जीपीटी और जेमिनाई को बोलेंगे कि जो हमारा टॉपिक है सस्टेनेबल एनर्जी, उस पर मुझे एक आर्टिकल या फिर एक ऐसे लिख के दो. और फिर हम उस आर्टिकल और उस ऐसे को यूज करेंगे अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन को डिजाइन करने. ओके, ये मेथड वन है. और दूसरी मेथड है, हम जनरेट करेंगे प्रेजेंटेशन को, प्रेजेंटेशन टेक्स्ट को टूल में. बेसिकली चैट जीपीटी और जेमिनाई से हम. डोंट वरी, कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है. मैं दोनों मेथड एक वन बाय वन आपको करके दिखाने वाला हूं और आप मेरे साथ ये मेथड करने वाले. ओके, सो लेट्स गो. तो आई एम शेयरिंग माई स्क्रीन और मुझे आप सबका इसमें पार्टिसिपेशन चाहिए. आप लोग भी अपना ब्राउजर ओपन कर लीजिए. एंड आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर. Okay, so in a new tab, I am going to open Gemini. Okay, so Gemini is Google's Chat GPT's rival. तो मैं दोनों ही यूज करने वाला हूँ, जेमिनाई भी और चैट जीपीटी भी यूज करने वाला हूँ. सो लेट्स फर्स्ट स्टार्ट विद जेमिनाई, क्योंकि जेमिनाई सबको एक्सेसिबल है और जेमिनाई इमेज जनरेशन भी करके देता है, जो चैट जीपीटी 3.5 में पॉसिबल नहीं है. ओके, सो जेमिनाई ओपन करने के लिए वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू राइट जेमिनाई and I will just go to Gemini. Okay, so it remembers me. All right, so I have logged in with my account, which is Google account. If it asks you to log in with your Google account, please do that. Okay. तो मेरे लिए ये ऑलरेडी लॉग्ड इन है और ये मुझे पूछ रहा है, हेलो अमित, हाउ कैन आई हेल्प यू टुडे, बिकॉज इट रिमेंबर्स माय नेम, इट टेक्स माय नेम फ्रॉम माय अकाउंट. Okay. If you have any confusion regarding anything till to this point, please raise a hand. I will be able to ask you like answer your question now. Okay, I all right, so let's move ahead. If you are with me at Gemini at this point, okay. So let's start with method one. So we are starting with method one, where we are asking Gemini to create a presentation from an article. Okay, so we are going to ask Gemini act as a act as an expert of sustainable energy, generate an essay in 300 words. Okay, so I am giving specific input. I am not asking ki generate an essay on sustainable energy. Okay, so as specific as you will be with your prompts, the Gemini or ChatGPT will generate as the specific answer. Okay, so if I ask Gemini to generate me an answer, you can see that it has started generating, and it has generated me a whole article on sustainable energy. Okay, and it gives me a title also, powering the future, the imperative of sustainable energy, and it says solar, wind, geothermal, hydropower, biomass, benefits of energy, why is it important to transition from sustainable energy to uh, to transition to sustainable energy. And it gives me challenges also, like why it is not being happening on a large scale, and conclusion. So it gave me a whole article on how my presentation would look like. So we'll use this article to design our presentation when we will work on slides.ai. Okay, so slides.ai takes an article or an essay and it automatically generates all the slides for all these all the topics that are in the article. Okay, we will see it when we will learn how text generation works. Okay, after text generation, we will generate the whole PPT using this article. Okay, so I want you to also generate this article. Use the prompt. Okay, you can use any prompt, but be specific that just like I was, because I said that okay, generate essay in 300 blocks because I don't want it to be very long. Okay, and I also asked Gemini to be an expert of sustainable energy so that it gives me a very redefined article, not just a random article. Okay, so if you have generated an article like this, please keep it saved. Yes. Okay. Powering the future. Why sustainable energy is essential. Priyanshi Khatri has explained me that she has generated a different kind of topic. So yes, it will generate a different kind of topic for different users. Okay. So please save whatever you have generated because we will use that when we will generate slides from this article. Okay. So this was wave one where we were asking ChatGPT or Gemini to write an article. Okay. I will do the same in ChatGPT also. And I will copy this. You can also use ChatGPT and it will enable you to give text output. Okay. No need for ChatGPT 4. You can do with 3.5. So I'm waiting for ChatGPT to open. All right, my ChatGPT is open now and I'm pasting this. And we can see a difference in ChatGPT's generation and Gemini generation. So ChatGPT is generating it this word by word. Okay, and this is not a fancy animation that ChatGPT has. So we will learn how ChatGPT actually generates, or how a language model like ChatGPT or Gemini actually generates a text. Okay, so you can also open ChatGPT in the next tab. You can register if it asks for registering, and then generate your output on ChatGPT. Okay, so it also generated me a similar kind of like essay, but it did not give me an answer like Gemini, which also gave me a title. So there are both advantages and disadvantages of using ChatGPT as well as Gemini. Okay, so there is a race going on between both of these platforms. So let's see who wins in the end. Well, so coming back to our presentation, we are going to start with method two also. Okay, so method two is generate presentation text in the tool itself. Uh, there are people who are raising hand. Yes, Jignesh, can you type your answer on the chat box? Okay. Uh, okay, I will just increase the speed of the class. Okay. Shruti asked me if she wanted to make a virtual AI character that interact with me in real time. Yes, you can make it using character.ai. Okay, there is a tool for it. And okay, back to our classroom where we are generating presentation text in the tool itself. Okay, so we are using ChatGPT and Gemini, and we are going to generate the slides here itself. Okay, and how to do that is I will ask. I have already typed the prompt so that I don't type it again. You are an expert in the field of sustainable energy. Write an outline for PowerPoint presentation covering the following topics like importance of sustainable energy, types of sustainable energy, solar energy, geothermal, whatever I want to ChatGPT to write on. And I have also written make it 10 slides. Okay. So when I type this in, I'm typing it in Gemini, and Gemini has started generating the slides. So it says slide one, title slide, and the title which is also given, speaker name and affiliation, image, and then speaker notes, and slide two, and then slide three, and then slide four, and then slide five, and then slide six, and it's still generating slide seven. It stopped here. Okay, so the context window of Gemini is limited. So Gemini stopped at slide seven. And I will ask the same to Chat GPT, and it will start generating. All right, so it was understanding what I meant, and it has started generating now. Okay, so the difference between two is one was just a paragraph or an article or an essay. The other one is it's giving me whole PowerPoint presentation idea, like title, subtitle, what I want to do in each slide, slide one, slide two, slide three, slide four, slide five, slide six, slide seven, slide 10. Because I asked it to generate me 10 slides, it generated me 10 slides, and one additional which says conclusion and questions. Okay. Now to improve this, I can also so here it is just giving me points, right? Like what I should include in my uh, like slides, like explanation of hydroelectric power generation. It is not giving me explanation. Okay, so I want to ask ChatGPT to give me explanation also. Okay, so I write, please expand on each of the subtopics you provided earlier. You can consider elaborating on the key ideas, offering support examples, and explaining any details you think will enhance the audience understanding of the topic. Okay, so I'm now asking ChatGPT to give me explanations also or expansion of the topic so that I can write it in the slide. All right. So when I typed and pasted this, now it has started generating the expanded one. Okay, definition, overview. Okay, so slide one will have that, slide two will have that, slide three will have that. Okay, so I am not going to wait for ChatGPT to generate all these slides. So this is just an idea to give how to generate slides with the help of ChatGPT. So one was generating a whole paragraph, and the other is generating the whole slides itself. So with the second concept, so or the second method, you can directly copy all this content from the context window of ChatGPT, and then you can paste it on your slides and then add on images. So that's a second way of generating. So we will use the first one where we are just using the essay or the article and generating slides automatically on the basis of that article. Okay, but before that, we are going to learn how ChatGPT is really generating me the image. Okay, so how does text generation work? So you saw in ChatGPT that when I typed a prompt, the text generation was happening word by word. Okay, so it was not a fancy animation that ChatGPT was showing me. It was actually happening word by word, and we will learn it in this masterclass. So the method of generating text by ChatGPT or Gemini or any generative AI is prediction. So what generative AI is doing is it is predicting the next word that comes in the sentence. So just like this model that we have seen earlier, where Google search was predicting what I want to say on the base of whatever I have given as an input, or a smartphone just completes whatever I want to, write or type. So ChatGPT and Gemini also work in a similar way. So this method is called language modeling. So in this example, I typed I want to. So language modeling में क्या होता है कि next word को ही predict करते हैं. So यहाँ पे हमने I want to लिखा. So I want to के बहुत सारे option हो सकते हैं. Cook, play, watch, work, and that will depend on whatever input that you have fed to the language model earlier. So it remembers all your data. It searches your search history and it remembers whatever preferences you had, and it predicts on those preferences. So in this case, I want to, if I type, then it will give show me cook, play, watch, or work. So cook will be followed by food, play will be followed by games or music, watch will have like movies and sports, work will have no follow. Okay. So this is a classic example of language modeling where we are predicting the next word in the sentence. So with ChatGPT, let's take an example how ChatGPT works. So if we give a simple input to ChatGPT, like what is the tallest building in the world? Okay, we are not giving any sophisticated, any fancy input to ChatGPT like we were giving earlier. Okay, we are explaining it with a very simple example. Okay, so this is a question that we will give to ChatGPT. So what ChatGPT will do is first it will segment your question into small words called tokens. Okay, so ChatGPT doesn't understand the whole sentence, right? So it segments your sentence into small words which are known as tokens. So these tokens can be word, they can be symbols also. So in this case, this sentence, what is the tallest building in the world, has been divided into 9 tokens. Okay. So the first one is what? Second one is the tallest building in the world. And there is also a question mark. So question mark is also taken as a token. So all these 9 tokens are being fed into the ChatGPT or Gemini, whichever generative model we use, and they all will go in parallel. Okay, so it will not happen that the first character is going and then it is going in a serial. Okay, all these tokens, whatever we generated, so first ChatGPT did was segmentation of the word, and all these tokens generated will go parallelly in the ChatGPT and Gemini in the generative AI model. Okay, and then output is generated. Okay, let's see how the output is generated. So in this example, so first, our input is what is the tallest building in the world? This is a prompt that we typed for Gemini to give me an answer for. So what Gemini will do is it will take in as the input what is the tallest building in the world. Okay, it will take as an input and it will generate only the first word in the sentence. Okay, so the first word in the output or the answer is the, because most of the answers they begin with the. Okay, so now what will happen is it will take this word also into the input of Gemini. Okay, so it generated the and it takes the also in the input. It will contain what is the tallest building in the world. Also, the first word that was generated, which was the. Okay, so this will again become my input. Now, what Gemini will do is it will predict the next word in the sentence. Okay, what will be the next word? The next word will be tallest. Okay, now tallest will get added to the input. What is the tallest building? Sorry, did I get dropped from Zoom? Okay, okay. Uh, okay, so I will explain it again. Okay, I will remove everything. All right, so what we were doing is, all right, till here we were there, no? Okay, so we were saying that okay, ChatGPT, what Gemini or ChatGPT generative AI will do is it will tokenize all these sentence into small word. So in this case, it generated 9 tokens. Okay, so all the 9 tokens will go parallelly to ChatGPT and Gemini, and it will predict the next output. How it will do is, with example, we are going to explain. So suppose in this example, it says, what is the tallest building in the world? And what will happen is it will go as an input to Gemini. So I am taking Gemini's example because it is accessible to everyone. And it will generate me the first word also only in the output, only the first word. Okay. So it predicts only the first word of what is going to like or what is going to come next in a sentence. Okay. So in this case, the will come. Now the will add to the input of whatever we are going to give as an input to Gemini. Okay, in this case, now the input will change to what is the tallest building in the world. The will also add, and then it will predict the next word, what will come after the. and here in this case tallest comes. Okay, so now tallest will become my input, will add to my input और मेरा input हो जाएगा what is the tallest building in the world, the tallest. Okay, ये पूरा जो है ये input जाएगा फिर Gemini में. Okay, इरेज कर देता हूँ इसको. ये input गया और next word जनरेट होगा. the tallest के बाद क्या आएगा next will come as building. Okay, so building will add to my input now और मेरा input हो जाएगा what is the tallest building in the world, the tallest building. Okay, and it will go as input what is the tallest building in the world, the tallest building, and next word will be is. Okay, now it will get added to input, and what is the tallest building in the world, the tallest building is, and that will go to the input of Gemini, and only the next word will get predicted. Okay, and next word is Burj Khalifa. Of course, the tallest building in the world is Burj Khalifa. So what is happening here is ChatGPT is generating word by word. Okay, so it is predicting only and only the next word in the sentence. After the like generation of tallest building is Burj Khalifa, what will happen is again this tallest building is Burj Khalifa will go into input of Gemini, and the final word is generated, which is not a word but end of sentence, E or S. So it will tell Gemini or ChatGPT that the sentence that is generating here has ended. Okay, and it will give me the answer. What is the tallest building in the world? The tallest building is Burj Khalifa. So it will not happen in a very slow manner that I taught, right? So it will happen very, very fast because ChatGPT and Gemini uses all these super fast CPUs and GPUs. So it will happen in a blink of an eye. It will not happen as slow as I was doing it. So now that we know that ChatGPT generates word by word, but how does it predict? How does it generate the next word in the sentence? It only generates the next and the next word in the sentence. So, but how does it predict it? How does it generate it? Okay, so we take an example of this sentence. Apples are a type of delicious, and we want to generate only the next word in this sentence. Okay, so we will use ChatGPT and Gemini again because we are using both of this. And what ChatGPT and Gemini use is they use something called large language model. So large language model is it takes a input a large amount of data. So a lots and lots of data it takes as input from web, from Quora, from Wikipedia, from social media and all, and it learns all this data about whatever is there in the web. So here I'm talking about apples are a type of delicious. So large language model, what it does is it knows about apples. It knows about delicious. Okay, and it has read somewhere that apples are a type of, and it knows that okay, I'm talking about type of these apples. So it knows that apples are fruit. Okay, so on the basis of whatever data and whatever data it has consumed, it will generate me an output. Okay, in this case this large language model generates me output, and it generates the output with a probability. Okay, in this case it generates that okay, I have learned that apples, I have read somewhere or it has read in Wikipedia that apples are a type of fruit. So in this case it says that okay, I say that the next word in this sentence will be a fruit with a probability of 90%. Okay, now it has also somewhere read that apples are also a type of snacks. So it says that, okay, apples are a type of delicious snacks. It can also, the next word in the sentence can also be snacks. And it will also give a probability of the next word in the sentence, which is 9.9%. So I am talking about probability, लेकिन probability कुछ नहीं है, likeness है. Okay, so whatever with whatever likeness of the word in the sentence is, it will give that word. Okay, and it has also read in a lot of articles and a news and Quora that Apple's is a kind of company which generates laptops. So it will also predict that the next word in the sentence can be laptops. Laptops bhi ho sakta hai with 0.1% of probability. But the next word in the sentence will always be the word with the highest probability. In this case, fruit has the highest probability, and it says that okay, 90% of chances are there कि next word जो होगा वो fruit होगा. So this large language model जो ChatGPT और Gemini दोनों प्लेटफॉर्म यूज करते हैं वो प्रिडिक्शन कर रहा है कि नेक्स्ट वर्ड जो है सेंटेंस में वो फ्रूट हो। ऑल राइट, सो एलएलएम्स या लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल के अंदर क्या होता है? अगेन न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स होते हैं, न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स जिसमें नोड्स और ब्रांचेस होते हैं। सो ये जो छोटा सा टॉय न्यूरल नेटवर्क है उसमें इनपुट में 3 नोड्स हैं, सॉरी यहाँ पे 4 हैं, 3 into 8 is 20। Okay. So in this case, there are 3 nodes in input, 8 nodes in the middle layer, then there are 8 nodes here, and then there are 2 nodes. So why am I talking about this LLM structure here is to give you a context about ChatGPT and Gemini. So ये छोटे से नेटवर्क में ये जितने सारे पार्ट्स और जितने सारे ब्रांचेस हैं और जो कनेक्शंस हैं, ये इस नेटवर्क की स्ट्रेंथ बता रहे हैं। ओके, सो ये नेटवर्क में 3 into 8 is 24, 8 into 8 is 64, 8 into 2 is 16। तो ये टोटल अगर हम सम करें तो ये छोटे से नेटवर्क में 124 जो है हमारे पैरामीटर्स। ओके, यानी कि ये नेटवर्क की स्ट्रेंथ है। Alright, so if we consider ChatGPT and Gemini, so ChatGPT and Gemini has 100 billions of parameters. Okay, so the large language model of ChatGPT and Gemini is 100 billion parameter big. Okay, so you can imagine how much data can ChatGPT and Gemini can take in, and how much processing power that ChatGPT and Gemini has. So that's why it can generate me sophisticated outputs like a whole essay or a whole presentation or a whole dialogue, an article, a blog, or anything. Okay, so it unlike the language models from previously, like Google search and all, which can only generate me one or two text. Okay, so a large language model will take in all the input, and remember that all the input will be first converted to tokens. जैसे यहाँ पे tokens में convert किया है apples, so it takes app also as a token because it remembers that app भी कोई word होता है, right? So it takes app else apples are a type of delicious, so it takes it as in token, and large language model will, on the basis of the knowledge, will predict the next word in the sentence, which will be fruit or a snack or a laptop with a probability of 99.9 or 1%. Okay. Now, if I like in the beginning of this masterclass, someone asked कि हम अपना चैट जीपीटी जैसा आर्किटेक्चर कैसे बना सकते हैं, या हम अपना चैटबॉट कैसे बना सकते हैं, या अपना जनरेटिव एआई कैसे बना सकते हैं, राइट? सो जनरेटिव एआई बनाने की रेसिपी क्या है? सो जनरेटिव एआई बनाने के लिए यू नीड अ लॉट ऑफ डेटा और कॉर्पस, जिसको हम कॉर्पस बोलते हैं, and then you need transformer architecture, which we will explore in this master class. You need pre-training and then fine-tune. For pre-training, you need a lot of GPUs. GPUs are graphic processing unit. हमारे कंप्यूटर्स में जो होता है वो CPUs होते हैं, और जो गेमर्स हैं they also have GPUs, so they have like more better performance on language tasks than CPUs. And you need a lot of money also for pre-training. So ChatGPT took like $1 billion from Microsoft to generate or to develop its ChatGPT model. Okay, so imagine the amount of money that you need. But we are not going to develop something as big as ChatGPT. You can do it with small GPUs also. Okay. So the recipe is to first make a large corpus, then train the language model, then we are going to fine tune our data. Okay, so we are going to explore all these 3 steps one by one. First, so for a language model, we need a corpus. Corpus मतलब data, जिस डेटा पे हम अपने लैंग्वेज मॉडल को ट्रेन करेंगे। ओके, सो लैंग्वेज मॉडल को पता होना चाहिए, राइट, कि एप्पल जो है वो फ्रूट है। तो उसको पता होने के लिए उसके पास बहुत सारी नॉलेज होनी चाहिए, और ये बहुत सारी नॉलेज जो है वो हम कहाँ से लेंगे? विकिपीडिया से, कोरा से, सोशल मीडिया से, जिटहब एक प्रोग्रामिंग वेबसाइट है जिससे हम कोड वगैरह की नॉलेज ले सकते हैं, पिंटरेस्ट से हम इमेजेस ले सकते हैं, एंड देन we have articles and blogs. Okay, so all these data from Wikipedia, Quora, social media, GitHub, Pinterest, articles and blogs, we compile it in a single file called corpus, and from that single file we will train our large language model like ChatGPT and Gemini. Okay, we will learn how we will train it. Okay, then we will do the training of the model. Okay, so we have generated a lot of data, हमारे पास बहुत सारा डेटा है, अब हम मॉडल को ट्रेन करना शुरू करते हैं. So how to train the model is very cheap. Okay, so we'll randomly cut the sentence from the training data. So suppose the example I was taking, that apples are a type of delicious dash. So in my training data, there will already be a sentence like apples are a type of delicious fruit, but I will cut the last part of the sentence. Okay, I will remove fruit. Now I will ask the model to predict the sentence. So what ChatGPT or a model will do, it will adjust its nodes and it will learn all the weights and biases, and it will adjust its model and predict the next word of the sentence. जैसे हम इससे पहले देख रहे थे, right? So the next word in the sentence will be suppose say vegetable. Okay, so ChatGPT says it's vegetable. So now I know that it's not vegetable, it is fruit. So I say no, no, no. Okay, your answer is wrong, and you compare it with the original sentence, that is apples are a type of delicious fruit. Okay, now the the feedback will go again in the model, and ChatGPT will again generate next word, and it will calculate, okay, the difference or the comparison with the original sentence, and finally it will come to a solution that okay, apples are a type of delicious fruit. एंड देन वी विल रिपीट दिस ओवर होल डेटा, जितना भी डेटा हमारे साथ हमारे पास है उसमें से हम रेंडमली किसी भी सेंटेंस को हाफ से कट कर देंगे, चैट जीपीटी को बोलेंगे कि इसको प्रिडिक्ट करो, और जिस तरह से चैट जीपीटी या फिर हमारा लैंग्वेज मॉडल प्रिडिक्ट कर रहा है उसके हिसाब से हम उसको कंपेयर करेंगे ओरिजिनल सेंटेंस से, और अगर वो उससे कंपैरिजन में सही है तो हम बोलेंगे ओके द ट्रेनिंग इज गुड, otherwise we will say that no, 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 generate again the model will adjust its weights and biases and generate an output. Okay, we will see how the training will happen in 2 or 3 slides. Okay, so this way. So what we will do is apples are a type of delicious dash, and we will ask it to predict the next word, and it will confidently predict that it's a fruit. After training it with a lots and lots of data that we call corpus. Okay, now I told you that in large language model we use these neural networks. Okay, now these kind of neural networks are very complicated to work. Okay, so nobody uses these neural networks. What we use or what we need is a transformer architecture. Okay, so in 2017 Google DeepMind, they developed an architecture called the transformer architecture, in which they said that okay, transformer architecture is a type of like combination of neural network which can generate very good text like ChatGPT does. And you can also see with the full form of ChatGPT that ChatGPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Okay, transformer itself is in there. Generative means it generates text or images. Pre-trained means we are training it previously with a lot of data. And how we are going to train it with the help of transformer. Okay, let's see what transformers are. How many of you have heard the words transformers? If you have heard the word, please raise a hand. Okay, Dishita has heard, Faisali has heard, Rahul has heard. Okay, I can see a lot of hands are being raised in this window. Okay. All right. So I'm not talking about these transformers. Okay. Not from the movies, not these monsters. No. And I'm also not talking about these transformers that we use about in electrical wires and switches. Okay. So if you have heard transformers in this context, please, remember that this is not the transformer that I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is a programming architecture of transformer which looks like this. And it started with a 2017 research paper by Google, which is called Attention is All You Need. And it talked about how attention is one of the way that we can use to train our transformers. Okay, and we will learn about this in our class. Okay, so the transformer model looks like this, and it is quite complicated. I will try to explain this model in simple sentences. Okay, simple language. So to understand transformers, हमको सिर्फ 3 चीजें समझने की जरूरत है: words as vectors, attention, or positional encoding. Okay, if you are taking notes, please take notes here. So कैसे प्रिडिक्शन हो रहा है हम ये समझ रहे हैं, राइट? अभी लाइक कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है, हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम कैसे प्रिडिक्शन हो रहा है ये समझ रहे हैं। और कैसे होता है प्रिडिक्शन, वो ट्रांसफॉर्मर आर्किटेक्चर के थ्रू होता है। ट्रांसफॉर्मर आर्किटेक्चर जो है वो 2017 में हमने डिफाइन किया। ओके, सो थ्री थिंग्स वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इज वर्ड एज वेक्टर, second thing is attention, and third thing is positional encoding. All right, so words जो है वो हम एज अ इक्वेशन या एज अ मैथमेटिकल कंसेप्ट में भी हम ट्रीट कर सकते हैं। ओके, सो इन दिस एग्जांपल किंग माइनस मैन प्लस वुमन इक्वल टू व्हाट? आई वांट टू गेस व्हाट द आंसर विल बी इन द चैट बॉट। किंग में से अगर मैं मैन हटा दूं और वुमन जोड़ दूं तो क्या आएगा आंसर? ओके, क्वीन, a lot of people are saying queen. Okay. Now, yeah, thank you so much for telling that I was not audible. I joined again, that's why the voice is not coming. Okay, so I was explaining that if we see these words like king, man, and woman, there is a kind of a relationship between three words: king, man, and woman. So, king minus man plus women will become queen because there is an understanding between these words. और हम इनको इस तरह से समझ सकते हैं, तो हम वर्ड्स को एज अ इक्वेशन या वर्ड्स को एज नंबर्स देख सकते हैं। एंड we can represent words as vectors. Okay, and this is a very important concept in generative AI or in AI as particular, where we treat words as vectors. So this is a little bit of mathematical term. ये सिर्फ इतना ही mathematical part है मेरी slide में. So here you can see that king and queen are on same side, so they are pointing towards the same direction because king and queen both mean similar meaning, and man and women are pointing towards same direction because they both mean same meaning. Okay, so what we are trying to do is we are trying to relate words together. Okay, so how ChatGPT will understand king is how ChatGPT will understand queen because it's a position. How ChatGPT will understand man and how ChatGPT will understand women is similar because it says gender of human beings, like man and woman, and king and queen are positions. So we can represent words as vectors in like n-dimensional space, like वहाँ पे like here I have represented it in 3 dimensions, but जितने भी words हमारी dictionary में हैं हम उतनी dimensions उसको देंगे, क्योंकि ये थोड़ा high concept है, we are not going to touch upon dimensionality and all. Just remember that हम words को equations से भी represent कर सकते हैं और ये हमारे लिए easy हो जाता है words के बीच में relationship maintain या फिर relationship बताने के लिए. Okay, नाउ सिमिलरली हमने पहला वर्ड्स एज वेक्टर सीखा, तो हम वर्ड्स को एज अ वेक्टर इनपुट अपने चैट जीपीटी या फिर लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल को देंगे। ओके, सो देखिए सेकंड कंसेप्ट इज अटेंशन। नाउ इफ यू सी दिस सेंटेंस, द एलिफेंट कुड नॉट फिट इन अ कार बिकॉज इट वाज टू बिग। ओके, आई वांट टू आस्क यू व्हाट विल इट रिप्रेजेंट हियर? ये इट किसको बोल रहा है? ये इट एलिफेंट के लिए है या कार के लिए? Just tell me in the chat box, what does it means in this sentence? Okay, it represents elephant or a car. Okay, people are saying elephant. Why? Because you are looking at big here, right? Big car तो नहीं हो सकती, big तो elephant ही हो सकता है, right? Okay, okay. Congratulations जिन्होंने सही आंसर दिया है. Okay, now if I change this sentence to this, I changed this just a small word here. I added big को change करके मैंने small कर दिया. Okay. Now tell me what does it represent here? Now it's car. Exactly. It's car because now I am paying attention to this word here. Small. Right? I am paying attention to elephant. I am paying attention to car. I am paying attention to it. And I am paying attention to small. जब मैं small की तरफ को attention pay करूंगा तो मुझे पता चलेगा कि ये it जो था वो कार की तरफ को represent कर रहा है. Right? सो मुझे पूरे सेंटेंस में सारे वर्ड्स के को अटेंड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. मेरे को सिर्फ वही वर्ड्स को अटेंड करने की जरूरत है जो उस सेंटेंस के कंटेक्स्ट में मुझे ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन दे सकते हैं. राइट? सो सेम हेयर, हम अगर वर्ड्स को वेक्टर्स में रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे तो एलिफेंट और बिग जो है वो एक तरफ को पॉइंट करेंगे, कार और स्मॉल जो है वो एक तरफ को पॉइंट करेंगे, क्योंकि इन दोनों का कंटेक्स्ट जो है वो सेम है. बिग और एलिफेंट का कंटेक्स्ट सेम है. ओके, सो यही जो रीजनिंग है वो यूज करते हैं ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स, और वर्ड्स के बीच में रिलेशंस बनाते हैं, और उन रिलेशंस के हिसाब से दे विल प्रिडिक्ट द नेक्स्ट वर्ड इन द सेंटेंस. ओके. Also, in English language, positional encoding or position of words also is very important. Okay, अगर हम बोलेंगे dogs eat bones, okay, तो ये सेंस बनाता है because it's a valid sentence. Bones eat dogs, ये भी एक वैलिड सेंटेंस है, ग्रामेटिकली भी सही है और लाइक पोजीशन वाइज भी सही है. सॉरी, पोजीशन वाइज, बट पोजीशन वाइज इट्स डिफरेंट. ओके, बोन्स को अगर हम पहले कर देंगे और डॉग्स को बाद में कर देंगे, पोजीशन चेंज कर देंगे, तो उसका मीनिंग ही चेंज हो जाएगा. राइट? और ये कोई भी सेंस नहीं बनाता. बोन्स कभी डॉग्स को ईट नहीं करते, डॉग्स ही बोन्स को ईट करते. सो पोजीशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑल्सो इन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज. ओके. सो ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स में क्या है? द आर्किटेक्चर लुक्स लाइक दिस. सबसे पहले वी विल मेक अ टोकन ऑफ ऑल द वर्ड्स. Apples are a type of delicious dash. Okay, we will do input embedding. That's the first layer of transformer. What we'll do is we will convert all these words into vectors. जैसे मैंने बताया, ये सब vectors बन जाएंगे. And computer only understands zeros and ones, right? So these words will be represented by their corresponding zeros and ones. Okay, so we can use one-hot encoding. You can search about one-hot encoding in the Google. And then second thing that happens is positional encoding, because all these words are coming in the transformer as parallel. Okay, so now it gives all these words a position: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So all these words will get position so that the computer remembers which position each word is, so that it doesn't get confused and it gives the right answer. Then what it does is, the transformer does is it uses attention. Okay, attention that, okay, in this word apples and type have more context. Okay, delicious and apples have more context. So in इस सेंटेंस में मैं apples, type और delicious इन तीनों को attention दूंगा. Okay, and on the basis of the attention on these three words, I will predict the next word. So I say apples और delicious के बीच में apples, delicious apples क्या हो सकते हैं? Fruit हो सकते हैं. So fruit will be my next word. क्योंकि मैं टाइप भी पूछ रहा हूँ, सो आई कांट से दैट लैपटॉप में यहाँ नहीं बोल सकता क्योंकि लैपटॉप डिलीशियस नहीं होता. सो आई एम पेइंग अटेंशन टू सर्टेन वर्ड्स इन द सेंटेंस, एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट अटेंशन आई एम predicting the next word of the sentence. Okay, then what I will do is the next two layers यहाँ पे जो हैं they are linear and softmax. ये थोड़ा ज्यादा मैथमेटिकल हो जाएगा. आई एम नॉट गोइंग डीप इनटू linear and softmax, but what they do is they increase the probability of the word that will come to the next in the next so that the output probability generated is the word that is generated has the maximum probability of coming in the sentence. In this case, apples are a type of delicious fruit. So softmax and linear functions, what they will do is they will maximize the chance of fruit coming in this sentence rather than laptops or snacks. Okay. So this is a rough idea of how transformers work, and users need to remember about attention and uh, the positional encoding, and also the words being fed as vectors. Okay. All right. So just a general knowledge example here, that trivia that I want to give, that ChatGPT uses decoder only architecture. So in a transformer, there are two types of architecture. One is encoder only, and one is only architecture. So ChatGPT uses decoder only architecture. When we talk about Gemini, Gemini uses both encoder and decoder models in their architecture. Okay. This is just for general knowledge. If you want to show off your knowledge somewhere, you can say that ChatGPT and Gemini, they are large language models. They use something called transformers to generate their text, and they use the decoder only architecture because the encoder only architecture is mostly used in translation purposes. Okay, so our case where apples are a type of delicious dash. In this case, if we pass it through transformer architecture, it will generate fruit, snack, or laptop. It will give me maximum probability to 90% as fruit. Okay, so we were talking about how to make our own model, right? So we have lots of data corpus. We fed ChatGPT with lots and lots of data from websites, from Wikipedia, from Quora, and all. We trained we passed all that knowledge into transformer architecture, और transformer architecture में उसने जितने भी words हैं उसके बीच में relations बना दिए, right? So वो समझता है कि apple जो है वो fruit है, broccoli जो है वो vegetable है, एलिफेंट जो है वो एनिमल है और वो बिग होता है, कार जो है वो स्मॉल है, एलिफेंट जो है वो ब्लैक कलर का है. सो उसने जितने भी ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स में अटेंशन की वजह से उसने जितने वर्ड्स उसमें कॉर्पस में से दिखे थे उनके बीच में उसने रिलेशंस बना दिए. नाउ इट नोज which words relate to which word. Okay, so whenever you give any sentence or any word as an input, it will relate that word to some. ओके नाउ वी गो टू द थर्ड फेज विच इज प्री ट्रेनिंग. ओके, प्री ट्रेनिंग कैसे होती है थोड़ी बहुत तो मैंने बताया है कि हम बहुत बड़े कॉर्पस में से कोई भी एक रैंडमली कोई सेंटेंस लेंगे, जैसे ताजमहल इज इन. हमें ऑलरेडी पता है इसका आंसर, बट हम उसको हाफ से कट कर देंगे. ओके, हम बोलेंगे लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल की को कि आपके पास बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन है, आप ट्रेन हुए हो उस बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन से, तो उसमें से आप प्रिडिक्ट करो कि इसका नेक्स्ट वर्ड क्या हो सकता है. ओके, सो अगर सपोज इन केस इट सेज कि दिल्ली नेक्स्ट वर्ड है, और हमको पता है कि ताजमहल दिल्ली में तो नहीं है, ताजमहल आगरा में, राइट? सो वी विल गिव दैट डिफरेंस इन इन इनपुट, इन आउटपुट. इट आपको दिल्ली प्रिडिक्ट नहीं करना था, आपको आगरा प्रिडिक्ट करना था. सो इट गोज बैक टू लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल. लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल में जितने भी वेट्स हैं वो सब एडजस्ट होंगे, नोड्स अपने बीच में एडजस्टमेंट करेंगे, एंड इट विल एडजस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू वट एवर वॉज द ओरिजिनल इनपुट विच वॉज द ताजमहल इज इन आगरा. सो व्हाट विल हैपन इज जो लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल के अपने अंदर के इंटरनल वेट्स हैं वो सब एडजस्ट होके अब आगरा को प्रिडिक्ट करें. सो वेन एवर नेक्स्ट टाइम यू आस्क द चैट जीपीटी और अ लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल that predict me where the Taj Mahal is, it will always give you an answer of Agra. Okay, so pre-training mein randomly we will cut some sentence and ask the large language model to predict the next word or next sentence, and we already know the input of that sentence. So whatever prediction it will get, it will compare it with the original input, and it will adjust its biases and weights, and then it predicts the next word in the sentence. And whenever it will be trained fully, it will always predict the right word. Okay, so pre-training is very cheap क्योंकि जितना भी डेटा हमारे पास है विकिपीडिया में, कोरा में या फिर सोशल मीडिया में, वो सब फ्री है. तो वो फ्री डेटा को हम यूज करके उसको हम हाफ से कट करके वी कैन ट्रेन अवर मॉडल लाइक दैट. ओके, द नेक्स्ट और द फाइनल स्टेप जो है वो आता है फाइन ट्यूनिंग. ओके, सो फाइन ट्यूनिंग में क्या करते हैं, हम अपने चैट जीपीटी को हमने ट्रेन कर दिया या फिर हमने अपने लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल को ट्रेन कर दिया विद लॉट्स एंड लॉट्स ऑफ डेटा. अब ये जो लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल है ना, ये जेनेरिक, लाइक इट विल गिव यू ओनली जेनेरिक आउट इनपुट और आउटपुट, सॉरी आउटपुट्स. ओके, सो फाइन ट्यूनिंग में जैसे सपोज मेरी कोई मेडिकल की शॉप है और मैं चाहता हूँ कि मेरा चैटबॉट सिर्फ मेडिकल के आंसर्स ही करे, और मुझे मेरे शॉप के बारे में ज्यादा पता है, राइट? तो मेरी जो शॉप की इंफॉर्मेशन है वो विकिपीडिया में या फिर किसी और प्लेटफॉर्म पे नहीं है, वो मुझे ही पता है। तो मैं अपना एक डेटाबेस बनाऊंगा जिसमें मेरे क्वेश्चंस और मेरे आंसर्स होंगे, और वो सारे आंसर्स एंड क्वेश्चंस आई विल फीड टू द लार्ज लैंग्वेज मॉडल, एंड I will train or tune that large language model according to that data. Okay, so now it will give me specific answers or specific um, use cases that will apply to my business. ओके, सो फाइन ट्यूनिंग मैं अपने मेडिकल डेटा से कर सकता हूँ, या फिर कोई भी मेरा अपना पर्सनल डेटा है, या एनी चैटबॉट दैट आई वांट टू मेक फॉर माय ओन यूज, आई विल टेक माय डेटा, आई विल फाइन ट्यून द मॉडल, एंड देन आई विल यूज दैट फॉर माय ओन पर्पस. Okay, so there are four steps. One, make a corpus. Second, transformer architecture. Third is that you pre-train it with a lots and lots of data, and then you fine-tune it according to your own need. Okay, so ChatGPT is fine-tuned for normal conversations like human do. Okay, so normal जो चीजें हैं वही वो ChatGPT के बारे में बता पाएगा. If I ask ChatGPT, can you tell me what is the name of my mother and father? No, it can't tell, because that is data which I only know. So I will have to fine-tune ChatGPT with my data so that I can use ChatGPT to my own personal use. Okay. So ChatGPT is just an example. So any large language that you will make, if you want to use that large language model for your own use, you will fine tune that one. ऑलराइट, सो बहुत सारा थ्योरी हो गया. ओके, और हमने बहुत कुछ सीखा कि कैसे काम करता है चैट जीपीटी, एक के बाद वर्ड जनरेट करता है, ट्रांसफॉर्मर आर्किटेक्चर क्या होता है, उसमें अटेंशन मैकेनिज्म क्या होता है, फाइन ट्यूनिंग क्या होता है. ओके, सो अब इसको यूज करते हैं. लेट्स मेक अ प्रेजेंटेशन. सो रिमेंबर, मैंने आपको बताया था कि आपको जेमिनी का जो आउटपुट है या चैट जीपीटी का जो आउटपुट है, वेर यू आर जस्ट आस्किंग चैट जीपीटी टू राइट यू अ essay, right? You had to save it. So if you have that saved, please raise a hand, because we will need that in this section. Okay, you have that saved. Suhani has that saved. Shwayam has that saved. Okay, thank you. Because I asked you to save that, right? तो हम इस ये जो चैट जीपीटी ने मेरे को जनरेट करके दिया है 300 वर्ड्स का जो आर्टिकल है, इसको यूज करके हम अपनी पीपीटी बनाने वाले हैं. तो ये बहुत जरूरी है, अगर आपके पास ये सेव्ड है तो. और अगर नहीं है तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, हम ये प्रॉम्प्ट दोबारा से चैट जीपीटी या फिर जेमिनाई में डाल सकते हैं, एंड जेमिनाई विल जनरेट. ओके, सो टूल जो हम यूज करने वाले हैं टू मेक अवर पीपीटी इज कॉल्ड स्लाइड्स डॉट ए आई. ओके, I have a slightly poor connection here, so that's why it is not that fast. Okay, I am searching it the wrong way, I guess. I should just write slides AI. Okay. So I also want you to do it with me. Just don't do this. Just write slide AI. Okay. So मैंने डॉट ए आई एक्सटेंशन यूज कर लिया था, तो मेरे को डॉट ए आई वाली साइट सुन रहा था, आई गेस. सो आपको सिर्फ गूगल में जाके स्लाइड्स ए आई टाइप करना है. Is a little slow. Problem in web page? No, it's not a problem in web page. I think it's a problem in the internet connection that I have. Okay, now it is working. Okay, so slides AI. This is the first. So you when you yeah, it's slide AI slides AI dot IA. Okay, not slides dot AI. So slidesai.io, this is the first link that you need to click. So you just go to a fresh page, type slide AI, and then go to slidesai.io, and then you will be coming to this page. Okay, so if you come to this page, please raise a hand. Thank you, Jignesh. Thank you, Vaishnavi, Atisha, Faisali. Okay, thank you, Swayam. Only a few students are participating. I see a lot of people are not even raising hands and all. They are just listening. So please remember that you need to participate also. We are going to make a presentation also with this tool. Okay, so if you are at this page, please give me a hand raise. I will continue with only these hands which are raised. Okay. So what we are, thank you so much for more people giving me a hand raise. Okay, if we are here, so what we are going to do is we are going to install Slides AI for Google Slides. Okay, why I am using Google Slides? Because Google Slides is accessible for everyone and for free. Okay, so if you click on install Slides AI, it will take you to this page, and I believe it has already been installed for this ID. Okay, this ID I am using, तो यहाँ पे already installed है. मैं एक काम करता हूँ, मैं अपनी दूसरी आईडी यूज करता हूँ ऑफिशियल, एंड यहाँ पे मैं स्लाइड्स एआई जाता हूँ सो दैट मैं फ्रेश इंस्टॉल कर सकूँ. ओके, मैंने ऑलरेडी इंस्टॉल किया हुआ है, सो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू रिपीट दैट. यहाँ पे मैंने इंस्टॉल स्लाइड्स में क्लिक किया एंड यहाँ पे मैं इसको इंस्टॉल करता हूँ. ओके, अगर मैंने इंस्टॉल में जब मैं क्लिक करूंगा तो मेरे को एक डायलॉग बॉक्स ओपन होगा. ओके, सो वो मेरे को अपनी आईडी चूज करने के लिए बोल रहा है, एंड आई वांट टू कंटिन्यू विद दिस आईडी. ओके, सो इट विल आल्सो हैपन टू यू. वो आपको आईडी चूज करने के लिए बोलेगा और वो प्राइवेसी और टर्म्स ऑफ सर्विस पूछेगा. यू जस्ट हैव टू कंटिन्यू देयर. Okay, once I continue, my screen is stuck. Okay, I'll share my screen. I think, yes, this is the screen that I needed to share. Okay, thank you. I think it is moving now, so I'll just continue it here. Wait. So I go to install, and it says, okay, so it wants me to choose my own account, and I choose my own account, and I go to continue. And it asks me to access, and I am allowing all the access here. So यहाँ पे आपको सब कुछ allow कर देना है. Okay. सो आप सब कुछ अलाउ करोगे तो वो बोलेगा आपको slidesai.io create slides has been installed. ओके, उसके बाद आपको सिर्फ नेक्स्ट करना है एंड डन करना है. आपको अभी एडिशनल सेटअप नहीं करना है. ओके, एडिशनल सेटअप हम साथ में करेंगे. जिन जिनका क्लाउड्स एआई जो है वो इंस्टॉल हो गया, प्लीज गिव मी अ हैंड रेज. स्लाइड्स एआई जिसका इंस्टॉल हो गया. ओके, थैंक यू दीपक, सुहानी, फैजरी, देवलगा. ओके, थैंक यू. सबका इंस्टॉल हो गया, राइट? आई एम स्टिल वेटिंग फॉर सम मोर पीपल, ताकि सब लोग अपना इंस्टॉल कर लें. ओके, थैंक यू. एक बार ये जब इंस्टॉल हो गया है तो हम उसके बाद अपनी स्लाइड्स में जाएंगे, गूगल स्लाइड्स. ओके, ये चार डॉट हमने यहाँ पे साइड से क्लिक किए गूगल एप्स में, और स्लाइड्स में जाएंगे, गूगल स्लाइड्स के अंदर. ओके, नाउ वी विल चूज अ न्यू प्रेजेंटेशन. ब्लैंक प्रेजेंटेशन हमने चूज किया. ऑलराइट, मेरे साथ साथ सबको करना है. ओके, क्योंकि फिर आपको स्टेप समझ में नहीं आएंगे और कहाँ से इसको एक्सेस करना है वो आप भूल जाओगे. ओके, तो हमने साथ में न्यू प्रेजेंटेशन, न्यू स्लाइड बनाई. ओके, नाउ टू एक्सेस slidesai.io, आपको एक्सटेंशंस में जाना है यहाँ ऊपर. ओके, एक्सटेंशंस में आपको एक नया एक्सटेंशन मिलेगा, राइट? स्लाइड्स ai.io आपको नया एक्सटेंशन मिलेगा, और उसमें आपको जनरेट स्लाइड्स में क्लिक करना है. ओके, सब लोग एक्सटेंशंस में जाएंगे। ओके, मैं फिर से रिपीट करता हूँ उसको। विल गो टू एक्सटेंशंस, स्लाइड्स ai.io, जनरेट स्लाइड्स में मैं क्लिक करूंगा। ओके, सर्वर एरर है तो मैं इसको डिसमिस करके एक बार फिर से इसको इंस्टॉल करने की कोशिश करूंगा। एक्सटेंशंस में जाके जनरेट स्लाइड्स में क्लिक करें। ओके, दोज हु हैव कंप्लीटेड, थैंक यू सो मच। तो हम जनरेट स्लाइड्स में क्लिक करेंगे और यहाँ पे सेटिंग थिंग्स अप, प्लीज वेट, मुझे थोड़ी देर के लिए वेट करने को बोलेगा। ओके, सो आई विल वेट। वेलकम टू स्लाइड्स एआई, सेलेक्ट ऑप्शन। मैं हूँ एजुकेटर, तो मैं एजुकेटर सेलेक्ट करूंगा, एंड इंडिपेंडेंट एजुकेटर, और मैं पढ़ाता हूँ साइंस। ठीक है, आप लोग स्टूडेंट सेलेक्ट करोगे। ओके, स्टूडेंट सेलेक्ट करके someone is asking, is slidesai.io owned by Google? No, it's not owned by Google. It is independent one, but it integrates well with Google. Okay. Thank you for asking this question. That question was really good. मैं वीकली प्रेजेंटेशंस बनाता हूँ। मैंने सुना आपके बारे में गूगल से। एंड बिगेस्ट चैलेंज, आई एम स्लो इन मेकिंग स्लाइड्स। ओके, यहाँ पे आपको जो भी अप्लाई होता है वो आप करोगे। आपको शायद ये ऑप्शंस नहीं आ रहे होंगे। फिर अप्लाई करने के बाद आपको एक कोड आएगा। ओके, ये कोड आपको आपकी ईमेल आईडी में आएगा, तो आपको अपने ईमेल को एक्सेस करना है। आपको मेल में जाना है। ओके, इट विल ओपन ईमेल एंड will show me recent mail. मुझे अभी तक जनरेट नहीं हुआ वो कोड। ओके, इट सेज दैट इफ यू वर इनवाइटेड बाय समवन। ओके, मैं किसी से इनवाइटेड नहीं हूं तो मुझे इनवाइट कोड डालने की जरूरत नहीं, तो इसको मैं स्किप कर देता हूँ। ओके, यस, एग्जैक्टली, स्किप। यस यस, रेफरल कोड हमारे पास नहीं है, सो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू यूज एनी रेफरल कोड। मेरे ईमेल में था बट आई एम नॉट यूजिंग दैट, वो दूसरे ईमेल में है। ओके, सो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू यूज रेफरल कोड। वी विल जस्ट skip that and then we will try the first one from your own text. रिमेंबर, हमने अपना एक टेक्स्ट जनरेट किया था यूजिंग जेमिनाई और चैट जीपीटी। तो वो टेक्स्ट जो है वो 350 के लाइक 350 कैरेक्टर्स उसकी मिनिमम लिमिट है, 2500 कैरेक्टर्स अपर लिमिट है। तो हमने चैट जीपीटी या जेमिनाई को बोला था कि हमको 300 वर्ड्स में एक अच्छा सा ऐसे लिख के देना, राइट। तो वो ऐसे हम अब एक्सेस करेंगे और यहाँ पे पेस्ट करेंगे। ओके, सो विल गो टू दैट ऐसे। I will use the Gemini one. So I will copy this. I will go to slidesai.io. I will paste this here and then I will choose appearances. तो मेरी स्लाइड्स होनी चाहिए अराउंड 7 या 8। 8 इज गुड नंबर। इमेजेस ऐड करनी है कि नहीं, इट सेज ऐड इमेजेस, मैं अपने आप से कर दूंगा इसे। ओके, कर देना। ऐड टाइटल एंड थैंक यू स्लाइड। प्रेजेंटेशन टाइप जनरल है कि कॉन्फ्रेंस है कि एजुकेशनल, क्योंकि हम एजुकेशनल कंटेंट जनरेट कर रहे हैं, सो वी विल क्लिक ऑन एजुकेशनल। एंड देन स्टाइल एंड कलर, मुझे थोड़ा सा सिंपल डिजाइन चाहिए, सो आई विल चूज सिंपल हेयर। एंड देन कलर स्कीम कोई भी एक चूज करके आई विल जस्ट क्लिक ऑन क्रिएट स्लाइड्स। ओके, सो यू चूज ऑन योर प्रेफरेंसेस। ओके, सो जो भी प्रेफरेंसेस आपको चूज करने हैं उसमें आप सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं एंड देन इट विल स्टार्ट जनरेटिंग योर स्लाइड्स। ओके, नाउ हमने टेक्स्ट जनरेशन सीखा था, राइट। अब ये टेक्स्ट से स्लाइड्स कैसे जनरेट कर रहा है। ओके, so just to give an idea about this, so what it does is it uses another amazing property of generative AI, which is code generation. So what it does is ये text को लेके it makes it into different points, और वो points को ये code में generate करता है। माइक्रोसॉफ्ट पावर पॉइंट के लिए हम विजुअल बेसिक VBA कोड यूज करते हैं, और गूगल के लिए हम डिफरेंट कोड यूज करते हैं। सो ये वो कोड में कन्वर्ट करके, तो टेक्स्ट को कोड में कन्वर्ट करके ऑटोमेटिकली ये जो है वो स्लाइड्स जनरेट कर देगा। ओके, बहुत डीप में हम नहीं जा रहे हैं, बस सिर्फ ये समझ रहे हैं कि कोड जनरेशन की टेक्निक को भी ये जो थर्ड पार्टी एआई है, जैसे स्लाइड्स AI.io, वो यूज करके टेक्स्ट को जो है वो पीपीटी में कन्वर्ट कर रहा है। ओके, सो इसने जनरेट कर दिया है मेरा स्लाइड्स, और मेरे स्लाइड्स अभी पहली की दो स्लाइड्स जो हैं वो एम्प्टी हैं, बिकॉज ये मैंने डिलीट करना भूल गया था, और यहाँ से इसने स्लाइड जनरेशन करना शुरू कर दिया। ओके, सो इट गेव मी अ प्रॉपर टाइटल, उसके बाद उसने मुझे वो हेडिंग के साथ टेक्स्ट भी दिया है। इट हैज गिवन मी अ प्रॉपर चार्ट आल्सो, ओवरव्यू ऑफ करंट एनर्जी सिस्टम, इंट्रोडक्शन टू सस्टेनेबल एनर्जी एज अ सॉल्यूशन, इश्यूज रिलेटेड टू रिलायंस ऑन फॉसिल फ्यूल्स। तो हम इस स्लाइड में तीन चीजों के बारे में बात करने वाले हैं। सस्टेनेबल एनर्जी क्या है, डेफिनेशन ऑफ सस्टेनेबल एनर्जी, एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ वेरियस रिन्यूएबल सोर्स, हाइलाइटिंग देयर रिप्लेनिशिंग नेचर, हम इसके बारे में बात करेंगे। बेनिफिट्स उसने दे दिया है 1 2 3 में, चैलेंजेस दे दिए हैं। ओके, एंड इट हैज टॉक्ड अबाउट प्रोग्रेस, कंक्लूजन, रेफरेंसेस, क्वेश्चंस, एंड थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम। ओके, सो it has given me a whole PPT with all the content that I had। ओके, तो आपके पास जो भी आपने चैट जीपीटी का से अगर कॉपी किया है तो आपको और बेटर स्लाइड्स मिली होंगी, क्योंकि जेमिनाई उतना बेटर टेक्स्ट जनरेशन या फिर ऐसे जनरेशन नहीं करता जितना चैट जीपीटी से करता है। ओके, सो इफ यू हैव रीच टू दिस स्टेज वेयर यू हैव मेड योर ओन पीपीटी और प्रेजेंटेशन, प्लीज गिव मी अ हैंड रेस। ओके, अभी जिस जिसके हैंड रेस हैं वो अगर कुछ पूछ रहे हैं तो मुझे चैट बॉट में डायरेक्टली मैसेज कर सकते हैं। ओके, those who have so can you repeat steps after installing? Okay, so after installing, what you have to go is you have to go to extensions, और उसके बाद slides.ai.io में जाके हम जनरेट स्लाइड्स में जाएंगे। ओके, जनरेट स्लाइड्स में जाके इट विल गिव मी अ विंडो। टेक्स्ट में जाके, फ्रॉम योर ओन टेक्स्ट में जाके यहाँ पे जितना भी टेक्स्ट हमारे पास है वो हम पेस्ट कर देंगे, और फिर अपीयरेंस चूज करके वी विल जनरेट। ओके, someone is asking how many maximum number of slides in this। So फ्री वर्जन में there is a limitation, but paid वर्जन में I don't think कोई भी limitation है। Okay, what happens when we give input in passive sentence? So I think this is referred to attention mechanism, right? Attention में अगर हम passive sentence में भी अगर हम input देंगे तो भी वो words को vectors में convert करके उनके बीच में relationship निकाल लेगा। Okay, so even if you give in active or in passive, सिर्फ सेंटेंस सही होना चाहिए, राइट? लाइक डॉग्स ईट बोन्स और बोन्स ईट डॉग्स में तो लाइक पूरा पूरा चेंज ही है, लाइक मीनिंग ही चेंज। बोन्स ईट डॉग्स को कोई सेंस ही नहीं बनाता। बट पैसिव सेंटेंसेस जो भी हैं अगर वो सेंस बनाते हैं तो दे कैन ऑल्सो बी यूज। कैन यू गिव मी एन एग्जाम्पल? आई विल हैव टू थिंक अबाउट एन एग्जाम्पल राइट नाउ। सो इफ आई से दैट I eat fruit, okay, and if I say that fruit is eaten by me, so those both of the sentences are valid. Okay, so and valid sentences will have again the kind of like I eat fruit has a position of I eat and fruit, and again fruit is being eaten by me also has a position of fruit is being eaten by me। Okay, so both of the sentences are grammatically correct। I did not want to say that हम passive sentence से generate नहीं कर सकते। Okay, we can generate passive sentence से भी, but positional encoding मैं इसलिए समझा रहा था कि positions matter करती हैं हमारे sentence। Okay, dogs eat bones में dogs और bones की position matter करती है, right? It doesn't mean that कि मैं उसको passive नहीं कर सकता। I can make a passive sentence, but वो passive sentence में भी उसकी position matter करती है। Okay, I hope that I cleared this out। Sir, I couldn't make presentation slides. AI is asking to upgrade my plan. I think you are choosing a higher amount of slides. If you choose a lower amount of slides, na, so it will be possible. Sir, it give us image. So my question is that something I write in image. So I want to change this sentence in the image so it's possible. Yes, it is possible to change the image, and we will learn how to change our images in the next. Okay. So let's quickly go back to our presentation now, which okay, so if you have generated this text, very good. If you have not, please go through the steps again. Okay, and I will also give you a homework to do something in this case, so you can do this. Okay, I have a question from a previous slide, neural network slide. What is the +4 after each node? Oh, thank you. This is a very nice question. So +4 is kind of like a bias. So neural network में there is node and there is in. Okay, I will go to the slide first. And okay, I will just close this. This is a good question actually. So I want to view slideshow. Okay, so you were asking neural network mein there is okay, wait, it is loading. Wait, I will just close my other tab so that I get more bandwidth for all this work and not further. And I'm also stopping my video so that it gets more bandwidth. Okay, I will just explain it here without showing the slide. So +4 is actually a bias. So it's kind of like a cheating that we give to favor a particular input in a neural network. So suppose in a neural network, you want to predict cat as output. जो हम पहले देख रहे थे, right? कि cat image को देख के हमको cat as output मिलता है. So there will be certain situations जहाँ पे हमको वो probability कैट होने की उतनी ज्यादा नहीं लग रही. तो वहां पे हम न्यूरल नेटवर्क को एक बायस प्रोवाइड करेंगे. सो वो जो +4 मैं आपको दिखा रहा था वहां पे वो एक्चुअली एक बायस था. सो न्यूरल नेटवर्क जो है वो वेट्स और बायसेस के उस पे बनता है. लाइक इट डिपेंड्स ऑन वेट्स एंड बायसेस. So I don't want to go in very much mathematical in it, but +4 that you saw in that slide is a bias actually that we add to neural network so that it gives me better predictions each time. Okay, I hope that it is clear. Uh, okay, I'm loading my PPT again so that we can generate images now to make our PPT better. Okay, so now we do have a PPT which has mostly text, and also certain images have been generated by the slides AI.io. So those images are not very good. So what we are going to do is we are going to learn image generation and how we can implement image generation also with our presentations. Okay, so I hope it loads better this time. Okay, let's just load. Okay, just give me 2 minutes for this to load. It is stuck in here, so I will just let it load. Even if it doesn't load, then we will continue with our slideshow, which I guess it won't let me. Okay, whatever. So let's continue. All right. So we are enhancing our presentation using image generation. Okay. So image generation happens through three techniques. I just want to touch upon these three techniques. One is from generative adversarial networks, which we call GANs. The other technique is diffusion, and the third technique is stable diffusion. Okay. So what are uh, all the three techniques that I will touch upon? Okay. So first one is generative adversarial networks. So you give ChatGPT or Gemini an input in text, and it generates an output from that text. Okay, so it happens with three technologies mainly, and the first one that we are touching is GANs, which is generative adversarial networks. So what happens in GANs is it has two types of artificial intelligence that we use here. One is a generator, and other one is a discriminator. Okay, that you can see here. Until and unless it loads, I will just teach you like this. If it loads, it's good. If it doesn't, then also you will understand from this. Okay. So what happens is in generator, we use a noisy image, a noise. Like if you see televisions, right? So when sometimes your television doesn't have any network. So what happens when your television doesn't have any network? It shows you black and white dots. Okay. So that's a noise. That's a random noise. Okay. So with that random noise, my generator will generate an image. Try to generate. So I say to my generator, okay, generator, um, it's kind of like a generative AI only. And I say that generate me an image of a cat. Okay. And it will generate me a fake image. Why? Because it is generating it from a noisy image. Noise. Okay. That black and white dots, it is generating me a cat image. Now the discriminator. Okay. Now I have trained my discriminator with a lots and lots of cat images. So here there were lots of cat images in this slide. Okay. It's not loading. That's why I can't show you. I will try one more time, and if it doesn't load, we will continue like this. Please load this time. I'll just reconnect to my Wi-Fi. All right, now it might work. Sorry, this is taking longer than usual, and I don't want this to happen, but it's just my Wi-Fi is not working. All right, so here there was a lots and images of cat. Okay, so let's explain it again one more time. Generative adversarial network GANs में हम क्या कर रहे हैं? एक जनरेटर है, एक डिस्क्रिमिनेटर है. जनरेटर में हम प्योर नॉइज डालते हैं, व्हाइट और ब्लैक डॉट्स जो आपको टीवी में दिखते हैं जब आपका नेटवर्क नहीं आता. तो वो नॉइज हम इसमें डालते हैं और इसको आस्क करते हैं कि हम मेरे को कैट की इमेज जनरेट करते हैं. ओके, ऑफ कोर्स वो इस नॉइजी डेटा में से कैट की इमेज तो नहीं जनरेट कर पाएंगे, तो वो क्या करेगा? एक फेक इमेज जनरेट करेगा. ओके, ये फेक इमेज को हम डिस्क्रिमिनेटर को देंगे, और डिस्क्रिमिनेटर को हमने ऑलरेडी ट्रेन किया हुआ है कैट की इमेजेस से. हमने स्टार्टिंग ऑफ दिस मास्टर क्लास हमने देखा था, राइट, कि हम कैसे कैट इमेजेस पे डिस्क्रिमिनेटर को ट्रेन कर रहे थे. तो डिस्क्रिमिनेटर को पता है कि कैट कैसी दिखती है, राइट. सो इस फेक इमेज जो जनरेटर जनरेट करेगा कैट की, वो डिस्क्रिमिनेटर में जाएगी, एंड डिस्क्रिमिनेटर विल यूज दैट ट्रेनिंग डेटा दैट इट यूज टू ट्रेन इट टू जनरेट अ रिस्पॉन्स कि ट्रू है कि फेक है. ऑफकोर्स इसने फेक इमेज जनरेट किया, तो डिस्क्रिमिनेटर बोलेगा नहीं, ये इमेज जो है वो फेक है. ओके, इट्स नॉट अ प्रॉपर इमेज, दोबारा से मुझे जनरेट करके. सो अगेन जनरेटर विल जनरेट द इमेज. डिस्क्रिमिनेटर उसको ये भी बताएगा कि कितना डिफरेंस है कैट में. लाइक कि इसके ईयर्स कैट के जैसे नहीं दिख रहे, इसकी आईज कैट के जैसे नहीं दिख रही, इसमें कैट के जैसे पैटर्न नहीं. सो दोबारा से जनरेट. सो व्हाट जनरेटर विल डू इज इट विल अगेन जनरेट एन इमेज, और वो बेहतर इमेज जनरेट करने की कोशिश करेगा. सो जनरेटर और डिस्क्रिमिनेटर एक दूसरे की लड़ाई से एक्चुअली एडवर्सरी, राइट, एक दूसरे के अपोनेंट्स हैं. सो जो भी जनरेट करेगा जनरेटर, वो फेक इमेज जनरेट करेगा, डिस्क्रिमिनेटर डिटेक्टिव की तरह उसको टेस्ट करेगा, और वो तब तक सेटिस्फाई नहीं होगा जब तक उसको कैट की इमेज नहीं मिल जाती। ओके, सो जैसे ही उसको कैट की इमेज मिल जाएगी वो बोलेगा ओके नाउ आई एम सेटिस्फाइड, नाउ दैट द आंसर इज ट्रू दैट इट इज अ कैट। Alright, so other example is of diffusion. Okay. Oh God, it is very slow. I will use my phone's net now. So,
Hmm. Yeah, are you there, Amit sir? Yeah, students, please be patient. I think there's some network issue, some technical glitch at Amit sir's end. We'll just wait for a few seconds and then, uh, yeah, we'll continue.
All right, guys, I am really, really sorry. My Wi-Fi got dropped, so I have kind of like come outside of the building and I'm joined in again. Okay, I'm really sorry for that. I was in the office and I guess that it's 6:30. Everybody has left the office, so there is no Wi-Fi access here. But still, I have joined back again, and I just want to complete our session on this, and I'm sharing my screen again. And although what is happening is it is not kind of like loading all the slides that I made, but it has loaded the previous one. So I'll continue with that. And please load it. Okay, I'm sharing my screen now. I guess it has been. Okay, so this we were explaining, right? The GANs, the generative adversarial networks. So what we are doing here is we are giving generator a kind of like noise, and it generates a fake image out of it, which looks like this. I'm asking GAN to generate me a cat. Now this generator is being trained with a training data which has lots of cat images, and it tries to predict whether the image that generator generated is cat or not. Okay, so it says, okay, if it's a cat, it says true. If it is not, it says fake. So in this case, it has generated a fake image. The discriminator says that no, it's a fake image. Please generate again. And it goes back to generator. The generator will again generate an image. And if it is the proper image, the discriminator says that no, no, again generate. So this process continues till a time where the generator generates an image which is satisfactory enough for discriminator to say that it is a cat. And at that point of time, the discriminator will say that, okay, now I'm satisfied with this output. Now the cat image is being generated. All right, so there are two more technologies that I want to touch upon. One is diffusion. So diffusion, when we say about diffusion, so in this case, a generator was generating from a random image, okay, a noisy image. In a diffusion process, what we do is we take an image of a cat and we kind of like add noise gradually to that image. So we are not generating entirely something from a noise, but from something that we already know but has noise added to it. Okay, if I had slides that were working, then I would have showed it in a better way. In the latest one, the latest technology that we have, the state of art is clip plus LDMs that makes stable diffusion, which is the latest technology that we use. So clip models are contrastive language image pre-training, and LDMs are latent diffusion models. Okay, so what basically this does is when we ask a generative model to use a text to generate me an image, it does not know what a cat looks like because I say that draw me a cat. So it has to relate that cat as a word to cat as an image. Okay, so that both cat as a word and cat as image has same meaning. So that the generative AI understands from that. Okay, so it understands what a cat means, and it also understands what a image of a cat is, and both has similar meanings, so that it can generate a output similar to it. Okay, so we will explore image generation in our next class whenever we have that, because right now it is not accessible to me. So what we will do right now is we will design images for our presentation and we will improve our presentation with our images. Okay, so we'll go again back to Gemini. All right, Gemini will enable you to design, whereas I can use ChatGPT also because I have a ChatGPT 4 subscription. Okay, I'm still waiting for Gemini to open. Okay, Gemini just All right. So I ask Gemini to generate me image on solar energy. Okay. Generate an image of solar energy. Okay, so that I can use that in my PPT. Now it started generating. So you can also go to Gemini and whatever you had in your PPT, if your PPT has some topic like solar energy, you can generate an image of solar energy. If you have a topic on other like whatever you have generated in your case. So it gave me four possible choices here. It gave me an image of a sun and a solar panel here. So what I can do is I can just click on one image. I can download that image or I can just copy it here. I copy it here and I go to my slide. Okay, in my Google Slides, I have this sustainable energy presentation. And I'll go to that and here I'll go to my solar energy one. So this is a slide that was being developed for me. So solar energy, I will just delete this image, which was a random image. I will just paste the image that I got from Gemini. Okay. So I hope you are also following me in the same process. Okay, if you are following me in the same process, please raise a hand so that I know that you are also on the same page. Thank you so much, Hezali and all. All right. So what we did is we generated an image using Gemini and we went to our PPT and wherever we wanted to replace the image, we replaced it. Okay, so similarly for wind energy, so I will delete this random image that was there and will ask Gemini again to generate me an image of wind energy. Okay, so my slide title was wind energy, so I am generating an image from wind energy. So now again it is generating me. Okay, now it has generated me an image which is showing here. Okay, I will just connect to my original Wi-Fi. Yes, the problem is solved now. Okay, those who have got image generation, they can paste their image in the slides. Okay. All right, so it generated an image of wind energy for me, and I am going to open this image. I'm going to copy it to my presentation and paste it here, and I'll just drag to adjust my slides. Okay. Now again for hydroelectric, I will just delete this one. This is a random image. I will go to Gemini, back, generate an image of hydroelectric energy. Okay. When I asked it, it starts generating. It says, sure, here is the image of hydroelectric energy. And after some time, it should show me the image also. So similarly, like parallelly, I will also do it with ChatGPT because ChatGPT generates better images. Okay, I copy it from here and I paste it here. And now my slides look much better than they were looking before. Okay, the solar energy has not loaded, but it should load for you. Okay, so they are looking much better than they were before. There was no content. Now there is content, there is images. I can use more images that I can generate from Gemini, and then I can use in my slides. Okay, so I want to show you one more thing before we leave. That is image generation using ChatGPT. Okay, so why I'm showing you is it's kind of like uh, a comparison between ChatGPT and Gemini. So ChatGPT 4 I am using. So you will not have access to ChatGPT 4 because it's a paid version. And I write here, generate me an image of hydroelectric energy. Okay. So what it does is it generates a powerful image than Gemini because Gemini is the free version and it gives more realistic images, but ChatGPT is more advanced version and they have specifically trained DALL-E, which is the technology that ChatGPT uses to generate images for generating images. So if you see that it also gives you a description of the image. So it says that here is an image showcasing the power and beauty of hydroelectric energy, and you can see that it is very it's more deep than the one generated by Gemini. Okay, I will copy this and I will go to my hydroelectric energy and I will paste it here and replace it. Okay, it looks much better than now. So I will check if I can get access to the slides there and we will finish off our masterclass. If I can get access to my slides, I will stop sharing for some time and I'll share my screen. Okay, I'm going to slides. Okay, I'm going to access it. All right, those who have made their PPT enriched with images, please give me a hand raise. Those who have any question can ask questions on the chat board, please. I cannot use GPT 4.0 version. Yes, because you don't have the subscription. Okay, so you have to take a subscription which costs around $20 per month, which is around 2,000 rupees, which is quite costly actually. So that's why I'm asking you to use Google's Gemini, which is a free version, which does not generate very beautiful images like ChatGPT, but it is enough to generate good images. So you can use Gemini for that. Okay, if you have any question, please ask in the chat bot until my like slides loads. Uh, I want to make a virtual character that talk in real time by on what things are required to make this. So there is a site called virtual dot AI. I think character dot AI. So you can go to character dot AI. You can type character AI on Google, and then you can go to character dot AI, and you can explore them. Okay. All right. Assignment I'm going to talk about. I am just waiting for my slides to be loaded, and can we get in touch with you if you have any questions for later? If yes, how? Yes, you can. I will just post my LinkedIn account here so you can get in touch on my LinkedIn here. Okay. So by the end of this class, I will post my LinkedIn uh, link here. Let me just check quickly if my slides have loaded. Okay, now I have some of my slides loaded and I am also sharing my screen. So this is, some people are talking about what assignment that we have. So your assignment is to design, please take a note of this assignment. Design a presentation of generative AI using generative AI. So you have to design the presentation of generative AI itself so that you have more knowledge about generative AI now. एंड योर सबमिशन शुड इंक्लूड अ डॉक्यूमेंट फाइल. सो उसमें एक डॉक्यूमेंट फाइल होनी चाहिए जिसमें सारे प्रॉम्प्ट्स होने चाहिए जो आपने यूज किए हैं टेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लिए. ओके, रिमेंबर हमने इस क्लास में टेक्स्ट जनरेशन भी सीखा था, राइट? टेक्स्ट जनरेशन सीखा था, फिर हमने इमेज जनरेशन सीखा, फिर हमने प्रेजेंटेशन बनाना सीखा टेक्स्ट से. तो मुझे वो सारे प्रॉम्प्ट्स भी चाहिए जो आप यूज करोगे टेक्स्ट जनरेट करने के. ओके, और फिर दूसरा एक पीपीटी फाइल चाहिए जिसका, या फिर लिंक चाहिए गूगल स्लाइड्स में वेर यू हैव मेड द पीपीटी. ओके, आपने कहीं भी पीपीटी बनाई हो, प्रेजेंटेशन पीपीटी पावर पॉइंट में बनाई है या गूगल स्लाइड में बनाई है, आई विल रिक्वेस्ट टू यूज गूगल स्लाइड क्योंकि हम उसमें स्लाइड्स एआई का यूज करके बनाएंगे, राइट? तो वो पीपीटी फाइल का लिंक भी मुझे वो चाहिए या फिर वो फाइल चाहिए. ओके, और जितनी सारी इमेजेस आपने एआई के थ्रू जनरेट किए हैं वो सारी इमेजेस एक फोल्डर में अपलोड आपको असाइनमेंट में करनी है. ओके, यू नो वेयर टू अपलोड द असाइनमेंट, राइट? सो यू अपलोड दैट असाइनमेंट देयर इट्स. ओके, तो तीन चीजें चाहिए मुझे. एक आपके सारे प्रॉम्प्ट्स जो आपने यूज किए, एक पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन, गूगल स्लाइड, और एक इमेजेस जो आपने एआई के थ्रू जनरेट की. ओके, सो एक बार हम लास्ट में लाइक स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट जो अभी चल रहा है लाइक इन इमेज जनरेशन वो टच करते हैं एंड देन वी विल एंड दिस क्लासरूम आफ्टर आस्किंग आफ्टर गिविंग आंसर टू योर क्वेश्चंस. ओके, स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट अभी जो चल रहा है इमेज जनरेशन में वो है स्टेबल डिफ्यूजन मॉडल जो क्लिप और एलडीएम्स को मिला के बनता है. ओके, क्लिप का मतलब है कॉन्ट्रास्टेड लैंग्वेज इमेज प्री ट्रेनिंग. ओके, एंड एलडीएम्स जो है वो लेटेंट डिफ्यूजन मॉडल्स. सो मैं अगर हल्का सा टच बेस करूं लेटेंट डिफ्यूजन मॉडल में, तो बेसिकली हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम एक छोटी डायमेंशन से बड़ी बड़ी इमेज जनरेट कर रहे हैं. लाइक टेक्स्ट जो है वो एक स्मॉलर डायमेंशन है. कैट अगर मैं टेक्स्ट में लूं तो एक स्मॉलर डायमेंशन है. अगर मैं कैट को ही इमेज बना दूं तो वो टू डायमेंशन या थ्री डायमेंशन की इमेज बन. लाइक, तो लेटेंट डिफ्यूजन मॉडल क्या करते हैं, वो स्मॉलर डायमेंशन में इमेज टेक्स्ट या इनपुट को लेते हैं और उसको बड़ी डायमेंशन में प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं. ओके, कंट्रास्टिव लैंग्वेज की इमेज प्री ट्रेनिंग में आपको एक्सप्लेन करने वाला हूँ. हमने बोला कि हम कैसे चैट जीपीटी को ये बताएंगे कि अ डॉग वियरिंग अ हैट क्या मीन करता है, क्योंकि उसके लिए तो ये सब डेटा है, वंस और जीरोस, राइट? तो क्लिप मॉडल में क्या होता है, अगर हमको इमेज जनरेट करनी है तो वो जो भी हमारा सेंटेंस है, जैसे अगर मुझे अ डॉग वेयरिंग अ हैट इमेज जनरेट करनी है तो वो उसको टोकनाइज करेगा, जो हमने सीखा, राइट? कि वो उसको टोकन्स में डिवाइड करेगा, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वर्ड्स में डिवाइड करेगा, फिर वो टोकन्स को एम्बेड करेगा, क्योंकि कंप्यूटर वंस एंड जीरो ही समझता है, राइट? तो वो उनको एम्बेड करेगा और वो जो है उसको, जो एम्बेडिंग्स होंगी उसको हम बोलेंगे टेक्स्ट एम्बेडिंग. सिमिलरली हम इमेज को भी इम्बेड करेंगे. ओके, इमेज की भी एनकोडिंग करेंगे. तो बेसिकली हम, अगर हम डॉग की बात करें या पपी की बात करें, तो पेपर द ऑसी पेप जो टेक्स्ट है उसको हम किसी कोड में कन्वर्ट करेंगे. और सिमिलरली हम जो डॉग की इमेजेस हैं उनको भी किसी कोड में कन्वर्ट करेंगे, क्योंकि कंप्यूटर तो सिर्फ कोड ही समझता है, राइट? एंड द कंप्यूटर व्हाट, सॉरी, द मॉडल, द जनरेटिव एआई, व्हाट इट विल डू इज it will match both, like the pepper the Aussie pup and the image of a pepper, the pup. It will match both of these and it will say that okay, pup or dog mean this image. Okay, it will match all those. And when I ask ChatGPT to generate me a image of a dog wearing a hat, it will, uh, based on the understanding of what a dog looks like and what a dog as a text means, it will combine both of them. And because it is trained with a lots of data, where it is being trained with a dog's image as well as a image of a hat, it will combine both the understanding and it will generate me an image of a dog with a hat. Okay, so this is the state of the art or the latest technology that we are going to use for generative AI image generation. Okay, so this is all for today's class. Personally, I was very happy with the class because a lot of students participated, and I hope that you have made your presentation using the AI tools that are mentioned today. Also, you have learned a little bit about text generation, image generation, and how a PPT is made, right? If you have any questions, you can ask me on the chat board, any doubt that you have from this masterclass. And I hope that you submit your assignment. And I believe that you also use generative AI to your own creative uh, uh, you know uh, creative mind, whatever you can think in your mind, right? So explore your creativity, use generative AI's power to generate different creative content for you, and I hope that you will generate much more interesting content that I have generated today. Okay, so if you have any questions, I am opening the chat board for you. If you want to like disconnect and do the assignment, you are open to do that. Okay, thank you so much. And LinkedIn link, I am going to type it. Okay, just typing. This is the assignment. I will keep this slide only open, and I am going to paste my LinkedIn link. Please type your questions here. I am open to answer questions. Okay.
Students, if you have any questions, please write it in the chat box. We will be sharing this assignment with you all in the WhatsApp group as well. If you have any questions, then please write it.
All right, so there is a question that I want to make it myself. What is the need to make this? So I told that, of course, you can make like PPTs on your own, and you can use any of the method, like making it with the help of what like AI or ChatGPT. What I wanted to say is it will save time, right? You will be able to not search through like you will not be needed to search through the whole internet for content. It will You will get the whole content from a single tool itself, like ChatGPT or Gemini, right? So you can use that to make it easier, to make your work easier. So of course you can make a PPT, but it will take you a long time to make it. So when you are in a hurry or you want to just not spend so much time to explore things out, then you can just ask ChatGPT or Gemini to give you content, right? And how much slide we need to make for this assignment. So you choose your own limit. I will ask you to make it a 10 slides at least, so that you can test the limit of how much content you can generate. Okay. Sir, can we use Mid Journey? Of course, we can use Mid Journey. Mid Journey is a powerful tool to make images. So Mid Journey also offers you to generate one free image, so you can use that. And I also want to tell that this project like Slides AI wala jo tool hai, that only limits you to use it 3 times a day. Okay, So if you are stuck one day, then you can wait for the other day and then you can use it again 3 times. If you want, you can upgrade, but that again will have a cost. You do no need to upgrade it because 3 times a day is enough, I guess. Sir, we need to separate doc for images. Yes, you need to separate document, and you also need to write whatever prompt you use to generate those images. Where to submit this assignment? I guess I won't be the right person to tell that because uh, IBM team can take this over and they can tell where to submit this assignment. Okay. How about Bing Copilot? Bing Copilot can also be used. Yes. Whatever tool you want to use, you can use. Sir, are there any AI tools like Gemini and GPT for image generation? Yes, there is. Midjourney is one. Okay, so you can use Midjourney as well. Canva also generates images from text. Now, should we put the images in a PPT? Yes, you should put the images in a PPT, and but you also need to submit images separately with the prompt that you use. Uh, you can submit it in a PPT itself, also in a Word document where you also write whatever prompt you used. I am going to paste my LinkedIn ID and just quickly find it out. Submission date is someone uh, tell what the submission date is. I You can ask the IBM people to tell you the submission date.
Students, the submission date for your learning plan is tomorrow, 29th of February, and this last day to submit your assignment is 3rd of March. We'll be sharing a link where you have to upload your assignments. So please wait for some time. We'll share the link very soon, but please prepare for the assignment.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I am just going to paste my LinkedIn profile here. I am just accessing it right now. So if you have any question or if you want to learn anything more about how AI works or or generative AI works in general, you can ask me anytime. I will reply to you there in the LinkedIn itself.
Yeah, is this session over, Amit sir?
Yes, yes, the session is over. Yes, that's
Okay,
why I
okay,
have kept this inside. Yes, the session is
okay.
over. I am just waiting for questions and I'm just pasting my link here so
Sure.
people can leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
sure,
already told you. Yes, yeah.
sure.
So if you want to have a question or you want to ask a question, you can just be here. Or if you want to connect to me, I'm just pasting my link here. Hi.
Yeah, I think there are no questions as such, Amit. So thank you so much for the insightful session. It was indeed a privilege having you, and I'm sure students have benefited from this session. Thank you also for explaining, taking time and explaining everything in detail. Yeah, we would love to have, more collaboration and learn. Thank you once again for taking this up, and it was indeed a great session. So thanks a lot.
Uh,
Yeah,
Thank you so
that's
much. And I think there are questions related to submission of the masterclass that will be
yes.
given or yeah, given
Uh,
in the
s-
WhatsApp group itself, right?
yes. So, students, we will be sharing all the submission link for learning plan and your assignment maximum by tomorrow or within this week by Friday. So please ensure you are finishing your learning plan by tomorrow. And on that same link, you can submit your learning plan certificate as well as your assignment, which sir has given, and also which, yeah, for the other subject also. So yeah, so you can submit on that, and you will get all the updates on your groups also. So keep a watch of that group of your group. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Please feel free to post your comments for today's session. How did you find it? And do give us your feedback through the attendance form. I also request Uzma from our team to share the attendance form here as well. Please do mark your attendance. Give us your feedback. It would be really helpful. How did you find today's session? And any other thing, any input you want to give for the sessions, we would be happy to hear from you. So yeah, so thank you everyone. Thank you once again, Amit sir. It was a great session. Thank you.
Thank you. Meanwhile, if they are just filling the form, I have found my ID and I'm pasting it here. So feel free to connect me. Okay, it's on the chat box. I think I'm sharing it too. Okay, thank you so much. It was a lovely session and I really enjoyed like participation, everyone. You can leave now after filling the attendance form. Okay.
Thank you everyone who are watching from YouTube. Yeah, we are ending the session. See you in tomorrow's masterclass on data science if you have participated in the internship. It was the last masterclass for generative AI. So hope all of you had a great learning experience. And yeah, wish you all happy learning also through the platform. And thank you everyone. Wish you all the best. Bye bye.